Hey, so what do you call someone who's really into Avalugg? What do you call someone who's a Pokemaniac for Avalugg? I'll give you a minute to think about that joke while I look at this. So yeah, PDCGL. It's not its third birthday today. That is on Sunday, but today is the weekly reset. So they're doing today's the third anniversary of PDCGL just to get all the thing. An Avalugg nut, an Avalugg nut. If you're crazy about Avalugg, you're an Avalugg nut, Yeah, you like that one? Yeah, and then if you didn't see the tweet, or if you didn't try to play the game at 10 a.m. this morning, PDCGL broke. Perfect timing. Hey, PDCGL is turning 3 years old. How do we celebrate this? Well, let's break the game. Well, PDCGL dev, you did the best thing you could do. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Avalugg. I think the bundles in the shop aren't nearly as good. The bundles we had last time, I think it was the 2-year anniversary or whatever it was, they were really good. The bundles this time around are terrible, like literally terrible. But yeah, so this is Avalugg. I think I want to have a basic that benches things, and I also have a hyper aroma build. So there is other builds of this deck that I have. Well, yeah, Clan Burglar is going to be in here, but yeah, Iceberg Breaker. Discard the top 6 cards, 60 damage for each basic. I played a game earlier where I milled all of my other Avalugg and I prized another one, and it was really fun. But yeah, just get used to these 2 cards. The other builds that I have are triple bosses, 38 energy. I saw one on Limitless that played Amulet of Cope. I will be changing that for sure. But I think this card was very interesting that I saw in one of the Limitless builds. It is not the best call for Familiar, but the fact that it can use Surfing Beach is the reason you'd play it. So if you get Surfing Beach, you can switch into a Surfing Beach. You can't do that with like Volbeat or Chatot. So this has some place in the world. Damn straight, Foogler. And I'm sorry, I had a good reason. Yeah, Hyper Aroma I think is interesting. So we're gonna try all the different ones. But I think this is probably the normal one, is you just play it with 30 energy. Yes, Foogler, I'm very sorry that I didn't get naughty on your schedule. But the reason is I didn't want to do a Chaos Rising draft. I wanted to do a Destined Rivals draft. Is the game broken again? There we go. So I wanted to do a Destined Rivals draft, and that's why, is I didn't want to do boring old Chaos Rising where I went 18-2 in 4 drafts. I wanted to play a terrible draft where they literally have the worst pre-release promo in history, and if you don't get Typhlosion, you lose. I'm concerned. I have concerns. I have concerns with this starting hand. There's slight concerns happening. So this is the 30 energy build. You have to remember that. There's 30 energy in here. This is the downside when half of your deck is energy, is yeah, you can't really do a whole lot. If I knew I was going to get this starting hand, I would have gone first, but I guess they're not here, so we get to... Oh yeah, and I changed my outfit. I have the 2nd anniversary hat. If I suffered through the 2nd anniversary, all those other people are going to be wearing their 3rd anniversary hats. I got my high quality 2nd anniversary hat. Look at how high quality that 2 is. That's the highest quality 2 I've ever taken. And Afro Samurai, yeah, if you don't get Ethan's Typhlosion, you lose the draft. Right? Maybe the Tyranitar one can sneak some wins, but it's realistically, if you don't get Typhlosion, you lose. And that's really cool, isn't it? Uh-oh, Frosted Caribou liked my tweet criticizing PDCGL. I think Frosted Caribou is going to do another video. All right, well, I guess they're not here, so there's not really any reason to do anything. But let's put this... I saved all the screenshots, so yeah, nothing's going to happen. This one, so for 600, so keep in mind, one singular pack on its own is 200 TP. So you're essentially getting 3 packs, you know, for the price of 600, and then you get the 3rd anniversary cosmetics plus random high dragons for no reason. And yeah, the Cramorant. And ABC, oh yeah, that happened. Check out my Twitter. They sent an issue about that, about how, yes, they broke the game. So yeah, this just isn't very good, right? Like 300 credits. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine bundle. It's a valid bundle. Sure. Why not? You know, if you have 300 trainer points, you know, you may as well buy both of these bundles after doing your daily quests. But they're just so underwhelming. It's like, hey, 3 Chaos Rising packs and 300 trade credits. Cool. Thank you. And that counts as a win, by the way. We're already 1-0 and I didn't need to do anything. That's so you might want to change your votes here. Looks like we're gonna win a bunch of games. And then Jordy J. Hawley. And then this one was like a Charizard sleeve, but the Charizard sleeve already exists. So I already had the Charizard sleeve, so there was no point. So I don't know why. All right, so we're already 10 minutes in. 1 win, because they were just so afraid. All right, so Jordy J. Hawley sounds like a wrestler. I'm Jordy J. Hawley, and I'm gonna tombstone. I'm gonna put your head between my legs and then take you to Pound Town. Okay, this is terrible. And never gonna let me down? Are you shilling for your pilot? Oh, this is a terrible matchup. If I was going first, right? If I was going first, we would win this game, but we're going second. So we're gonna lose. If we were going first, easiest win of my life, but we're going second. Yeah, but I have to use Larry's skill issue. You don't want to use Larry's skill issue. So the only way that I win is I don't. I was gonna say, the only way that I win is I don't. I think the only way that I can win this game is if Trust Your Pilot sucks his own butt and it feels really good. I think that's honestly the only way that I can win is if they don't get a turn 2 Alakazam. That is literally the only shot. I got Precious Trolley, I got Transceiver, so I have to go Petrol. Oh, God. I guess Avalugg and then Energy. Yeah, because I lose the game if they just have it like that. Right? There's no point playing this game if they get a turn 2 Alakazam because they're going to win the prize trade. Because there's no disruption in this deck. You know, there is Boss's Orders, but that's not going to matter. You know, I don't play Special Red Card. I don't play Judge. So I don't even think I'd include this in the YouTube video because it's either they have Alakazam and they win, or they don't get Alakazam and they lose. Those are the 2 options. Either they have Alakazam this turn and they win the game, or they don't have Alakazam this turn and they lose the game, and the game will go on for about 20 minutes. And then I just won the game. I literally just won the game, so this is going to be very boring. But I want to show you the power of Avalugg. Oh, you think that 30 damage matters to me? I am Trust Your Pilot. I mean, I could run out of energy. There is a world where I just don't have energy. There is a world where Trust Your Pilot just doesn't find energy, so I think I don't use this energy. No! No, 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 no. No, there's no way you have a tool in your hand. Okay, oh God. I almost crapped my pants there. I mean, I could have used Petrol for Pokepad and that would have been fine, but like, come on. Come on, Step Bro. Don't do that to me. All right, so Precious Trolley, let's go. Kyogre, yeah, let's just get everybody out of the deck. I know they have Handy Fan, so I think what I do is I just prematurely evacuate the energy. As long as I hit 2 energy, we're fine. Good God, this is why I hate this deck. You know, I'm glad I'm going to win this game, but this is why I hate the deck. Because stuff like that happens. You know, I don't even have a knockout. Okay, Surfing Beach doesn't help. I do take a knockout of an Alakazam, though, which is nice, but now I need to get some Avalugg out of the deck. Yeah, 30 energy deck, and we hit both of my recovery Lanas. Both of the Lanas that are here specifically to recover your Pokemon that get milled Oh, PDCGL, you're so much fun. And so if you didn't see the news post, I'll make a short tomorrow. They're going to be giving us 3 brand new codes that are active for about a month. So there'll be a code tomorrow, a code on Sunday, and then I think a code on Thursday. So we're going to get 3 new codes over the next week. Did they just give me another turn? Oh my goodness, I'm going to win this game. So there's going to be 3 codes. There's also the Get Ready NAIC. If you saw my reply to their tweet, I will do a foot reveal if Mega Pyroar makes day 2 at NAIC. that was the joke. Because for some reason, the NAIC code gives us Mega Pyroar and Chinchino. Because it's like, oh yeah, definitely. Mega Pyroar is definitely going to be what we see at the tournament, right? So I think I use Surfing Beach and go into Kyogre, right? I use Surfing Beach, go into Kyogre. But that also seems bad. Right? Because, I mean, let's just, this is like a, oh my god. Okay, well, we're going to have a very beefy Kyogre here. There we go. So we got an Avalugg. We're fine. I don't know why they're still playing the game. Do they just hope that I'm going to run out of energy or something? That's literally the only way that I lose this game is if I run out of energy. But I have a Kyogre and I have a Bergmite with energy on them. And I just have to take 4 prizes. You know, the good news about milling all your resources early is that you don't have to worry about milling them late. So I've milled most of my resources already. So I'm in a pretty decent position. But as long as I can, probably for Avalugg, I'd want 4 games because the games will go pretty quick. You know, it'll just be the funniest wins or losses. So I'll try to get 4 games for the YouTube video, and then I'll do a draft. Now the question is, if I get a, if Trust Your Pilot somehow, some way manages to get Mimikyu, do I immediately concede and try to re-roll? That is the question. And let's just attack with Avalugg here. Hey, we got a Transceiver. That's pretty cool. So I can go get Pokepad and get an Avalugg. I would get a Lana's Aid, but guess what? We don't have one of those things. I would get a Lana's Aid if I had one. Actually, I can go for Transceiver for Petrol again and then hope I don't hit my Pokepad or Avalugg. But we know that's not going to happen. We know that I'm going to hit the Pokepad or the Avalugg. And I think in this situation, I should use Kyogre. Right? I should use Kyogre here because I only have 13 energy in deck and I have to hit 3 energy. So obviously we go for it. Geez, did you think I was going to doubt? Did you think I was going to doubt myself? No, bro, we always do it. You honestly thought I was going to do the smart play? It's like you don't even know me. Okay, it's like you haven't even been here for very long. So, yeah, if you log in, you get the Venusaur line illustration rares, you get 1,800 trainer points, and then something, whatever, I can't remember what else you get. And kilometers, I told you. And wow, you think I'm going to win a bunch of games today? And I actually, yes, that is possible because I'm going to be doing the draft today. Again, time permitting. So any wins in the draft count towards my prediction wins. But this is a fast deck. You either win fast or you lose fast. All right, so what was the math? I got rid of 4 energy. So there's 9 energy in deck. With 9 energy in deck, we're going for it again, by the way. We're going for it again, by the way. Unless I top deck an energy. But then again, who cares? Because we just got it, bros. It doesn't matter. We got it, bros. Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah, imagine losing to Avalugg with the #1 deck. The #1 currently ranked deck in the world is Alakazam. Alakazam, this is literally the #1 ranked deck in the world in English at the moment, you know, outside of Japan. This is the #1 deck. And it's going to lose to Avalugg. An Avalugg that is half energy. But see, you can see why I didn't put this in the YouTube video. It's literally exactly what I said. Either they have it, either they have the turn 2 Alakazam and they win, or they don't and I win. And that's why I didn't go on in the YouTube video, because it's very boring. All right, well, I would use Avalugg if it was the last turn of the game, but unfortunately, it's not the last turn of the game. So I would lose if I didn't Avalugg nut. Okay, so that's a GG right there. Petrol out, whatever's left. just the transceiver. So my deck is literally just energy at this point. My deck is literally just energy, and I just did 440 damage with Kyogre. So there's 26 energy in my deck. I don't know why they're still here. I don't know why they haven't accepted their fate. Uh-oh. Fun fact, if they special red card me, I'm guaranteed to get 3 energy. So what they can do is they can like try to wait and just like keep a Kyogre trapped, because Kyogre's doing 0 damage right now. They don't know I have a Surfing Beach. Oh my god. What are you doing? They win if they boss the Avalugg? What do you mean? Oh man, why? Why are you doing this? I've had game for an hour now. Jordy, you should be very familiar with the Avalugg matchup. Avalugg is everywhere. How are you not familiar with this matchup? Okay? You should have known that I had this game wrapped up before, like a sausage. Yeah, don't you love my outfit? I spent lots of money on this outfit. And Afro Samurai, the newest one is only cards, so it's kind of stupid, but the other stuff is like packs and currency and event tokens. Don't forget about event tokens. 2021 KP. 2021 KP at the 22-minute mark. Or do you mean the code's coming up over the next week? We don't know. They just said they're going to give us more codes over the next week. One is going to be on Twitter, one's going to be on Blue Sky, one's going to be on Instagram. So I have to log into my seldom used Trust Your Pilot Instagram account. Okay, what the hell? I have 6 basics. I have 6 basics in this deck. How did I not get 1? How did I get 4 non-water? I had to take 5 mulligans. Oh no. Oh no. And how many times have I faced a Cinderace deck and they've never had to worry about anything? Ryusham? Actually, that's a child's game. Blue Sky is a child's game. All right, well, I think I've already lost, but I can bosses a Dracloak. So this is a little weird, but it actually makes sense to not use the Pokepad. All right, so I do have to kind of explain this move. You have to remember, there's 30 energy in the deck. Half of the deck is energy. If I use Pokepad, that thins out an Avalugg. Or you know, if I get a Kyogre, that would thin that out as well. But I would definitely go and get Avalugg and try to bosses this Dracloak. The reason I don't want to do that is because I want to naturally draw into the Avalugg, or a Kyogre, or another Bergmite. If I take one out of the deck, that lessens the chances of that, and it increases the chances of finding water. Obviously, I'm going to top deck a water energy, because why? Okay, this is not chill, bro. I didn't think they'd have everything. Never mind, scrap that. I should have used the Pokepad because I should have known we were going to get Badooed, but I didn't think they'd just have literally everything. And what am I doing, Delphox Zard? Probably next week, because Saturday is Metagross. So Saturday will be Metagross Metang. Saturday will be Slowking Metang, or Slowking Metagross. And then, yeah, for the 4 streams next week, I'm not really sure. You know, I want to try Charizard, but I also want to try Transformation Tome. I want to try Felipe. I want to try a couple different things. And that's GG. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I meant to concede. So we've lost to Dragapult. Yeah, no, because they would have been 10 damage short. Right? Because I purposefully didn't hit into the Monkey Dory, so they would have been 10 damage short. And Mr. Incredible, yeah, I'm very excited for that. I think it's going to go quite well because I've always been a fan of the Metang Metal deck, where especially with Heatran, you know, I've always been a huge progenitor of Heatran, and this is basically that, but with another 300 damage attacker. All right, so 25-minute mark. Pierre Baco. Pierre Bear Baco. So, and Meta Knight Man, 31 months. Hey, I told you. Thank you for being subscriber number 100, by the way. I get it. I think the title for the stream on Saturday will be PDCGL turning 3 years old is gross. Turning 3 years old is gross. It's like when a woman turns 40, am I right? Press 1 if I'm right. Oh my God, come on, PDC. This was a perfect hand. That was literally the perfect hand. Okay, this is okay. I'll take the I'll allow it. I'll allow this one. Oh, it's Testicle Festival. God, why is it all the single prize decks today? So I'm pretty sure I just lose the game, right? Because they're going to take 2 prizes every turn versus my 1. Yeah, if I'd gone first, I think I might have a chance. But again, I keep going second. So we'll try one more with the 30 energy build, and then we'll see what happens. But I guess I go, yeah, Petrol, Transceiver for Petrol. They can 2-shot it. They can't 1-shot Avalugg, but they can 2-shot it. So eventually, but the thing is, this Bergmite's going to die first, right? You know, they can't 1-shot an Avalugg, but they're going to knock out this Bergmite. Ooh, that's terrible. I think this is an auto loss matchup here, but we go Petrol for Transceiver. We have to go Petrol for Trolley. Hope the Trolley's in the deck. Yeah, I mean, there was other things I could have grabbed, but we're just going to have to Heart of the Cards it. I mean, I only need 2 energy to take KOs here. And I prized a Bergmite and a Kyogre. Actually, I prized just a Kyogre. All right, so I should start attaching to Kyogre. I'm not going to bother attaching to Bergmite. If they somehow can't knock out the Bergmite this turn, I have won the game. But if they knock out the Bergmite, then that's just GG, and I have no absolute chance of winning this game. Okay, that's a little mean. Just having the Dipplin and the Testicle Festival, and then immediate Lilies, and then you get the Thwackey off the Lilies. Don't have to Bug Catching Set or Pokepad. You know, I'm over here playing Petrol for Trolley, and then just hoping I don't mill all my good cards. And they just hit... They hit double Thwackey off a Bug Catching Set. The whole thing with this deck is that you're supposed to go Thwackey for Thwackey for Thwackey, and then your Thwackey is supposed to get you a Lilies, and then you're supposed to hope you get everything. You're not supposed to just have everything. It's supposed to be a little bit of a challenge. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, well, they just had the Lilies into Bug Catching Set, and they got everything. When your opponent's feeling it like that, Mr. Krabs, you don't stand any hope of winning. Yeah, because I definitely can't win because they're just going to knock out another Bergmite. So yeah, I'll just concede, save us the time. All right, as long as I can face a multi-prize deck that is not Dragapult, we have a chance. Or if I face Dragapult, a playable starting hand. That is the difference here. It's just a playable starting hand or, you know, 2-prize deck. There's so many people playing this game. All right, so I'm going to go first if I win the coin flip. But if they don't have, yeah, another Alakazam. Yeah, it's going to be just more Alakazam. But Alakazam is not a good matchup if they just get a turn 2 Alakazam. My favorite thing about PDCGL breaking today is everyone talking about how PDCGO worked. Everyone's talking about how PDCGO worked and, we were happier because of it. And it's like, PDCGO breaking on its 3rd birthday. Well, PDCGO perfectly worked. That's just the game in a butshell. So this is the 30 energy build. I'll put rematch in parentheses. All right, so I got to prep my YouTuber voice. Yeah, it's a rematch because there's so many millions of people playing the game. Okay, so YouTube audience, in full transparency, this is a rematch. I did just face this player. They had literally everything in their starting hand. It was not a case of, oh, they struggled a little bit to find something. No, they had everything turn 2. They had triple Thwacky turn 2 without even using Thwacky. But now it's payback time. It's trust your pilots. Oh, crap, I prized one of each. All right, well, I know they're not doing anything. So I guess I just attach to the Kyogre and then end turn. The reason you attach to the Kyogre is because if you ever have to attack with Kyogre with 0 energy in deck, or in this case, less than 4, you're kind of screwed. There is no way they got a raw Seeking with Air Balloon Energy Festival Grounds. I refuse to believe it. They are stumbling, and I'm going to win this game. I'm going to beat them off. I'm going to beat off Pierre Baco, and then we're going to do things Pierre Bear Baco. Oh, this is great. Okay, so I have everything. This is kind of unfortunate because I am going to win because, I'm awesome like that. But I think in this situation, I don't bother going for the Thwacky because I want to keep the bosses. I want to still go Petrol for Transceiver for Petrol. Or I guess actually I go... No. Petrol for Transceiver for Petrol because this thins out the deck even further. I have Larry's skill. I'm not going to hit 2 Avalugg or Launazade or anything. Mark, thank you for the money. There's no way I'm going to hit 2 Avalugg and 2 Launazade off of this Iceberg Breaker. See? Perfect. I don't think they stand a chancey here. I think we just win the game. So in the single prize versus single prize, how did I still not get a Bergmite or a Kyogre? In the single prize versus single prize matchup, for Avalugg specifically, whoever gets the first knockout wins the game. The problem with the Festival Grounds matchup is that your Bergmite only has 80 hit points. So if they go first, which they have done in back-to-back games, is they can just knock out a Bergmite. I have to promote a Bergmite, and then they knock out the other Bergmite, and I'm 2 prizes down before I even play the game. So you're seeing... I'm going to keep this one in the YouTube video just to quickly show you... oh, wow, this is great. Just to quickly show you how goated I am at Pokemon cards. And then I go for Pokepad for Avalugg. Oh, no. Yes? Lana? No, Pokepad for Avalugg. We don't need Lana when we have 4 Pokemon. We don't need Lana. But this just goes to show you, you want to go first with this deck if you know you're facing a single prize deck. It's really stupid, I understand. But if you know you're facing a single prize deck, which you can't really do on PDCGL, unless you're rematching an opponent like I did, because there's just thousands of people playing this game at a time. There's literally dozens of us. Then you do want to go first. Even though it's bad and you always want to start, Petrol turn 1 for Trolley, sometimes you just got to go for it and pretend like you're a gopher and see your own shadow, and then it's 69 more weeks of winter. Okay, here we go. We've won. Unless... No, I think I've still won. I think no matter what, I have won the game, right? Oh, yeah, easy. Easiest win in the world. And in this situation, there is a little bit of, some things you have to do here. I think I go up with the Avalugg. I bosses orders the Thwacky. Avalugg bosses the Thwacky. As long as I get 2 energy, the game is over. As long as I get 2 energy. Oh, that was not a Thwacky. Wait, they still don't have a Thwacky. All right, that's fine. I thought that was a Thwacky. I just assumed that, the grass Pokemon on their bench was a Thwacky because, again, my opponent literally had 3 Thwacky turn 2 in our previous matchup. They had a turn 2 Diplin in their hand, a Festival Grounds in their hand, a Lilies in their hand. They Lilies'd into Thwacky. They used Bug Catching Set, got 2 Thwacky off the Bug Catching Set, and I was over here, putting my thumb up my butt because, why not, right? Yeah, the boss BM. And I do have to Kyogre this turn or else the game is over. Right, because if I don't Kyogre this turn and I use Iceberg Breaker, that's bad, okay? So I'm down to Avalugg. I have to get Lana's Aid. That's why Larry's skill is in the deck, is you can find a Pokemon support or an energy. I don't bother with the energy here. I mean, I guess because my deck's going to be 90% energy after this. So Larry's skill is really good because it finds an Avalugg and it finds whatever supporter you need, be it bosses, Petrol, or Lana. After the first turn, it's probably going to be Lana or bosses. And a lot of these decks don't even bother with bosses because you're just going to suck butt. And there we go. There's the knockout. So the reason that I can win this matchup is because they're only taking 1 knockout per turn. It's if you go second and they have the greatest start in the history of a Thwacky Diplin deck, and they can knock out a Bergmite or 2 Bergmite, then you lose. And my opponent, of course, rage quit. Why wouldn't they rage quit? Of course they rage quit. Rage quitting is for winners, apparently. All right, so I'm going to attach that to there. I'm not going to use Swirling Waves. I'm going to use Larry's Skill to go get Lana, and if there's a Pokemon, sure. But I go for Lana's Aid. I Riptide for 320. But I don't know if it's the disconnect glitch or if they rage quit, because obviously they would have realized they can't win this game unless they, bosses my Bergmite, but I don't even think that'll do it. But I have noticed, since Pokemon TCG Live unofficially turned 3 years old, I have noticed a lot more people rage quitting, probably because they can't believe they're losing to Avalugg, and they're like, wait, I'm losing to Avalugg? There's no way that makes sense. I'm an Avalugg. No, they were here, they just didn't... They alt-tabbed away during the prize card check. They decided to hold us hostage here to see if we'd quit. But my mental acuity is stronger than Lake Acuity. If anyone can tell me which of the Lake Guardians was at Lake Acuity, I will give you nothing, but you will have the knowledge that you're an absolute nerd, because I couldn't even tell you what the difference between Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf is. And oh, you know that for a fact, Kilometers? What a nerd, am I right? What a nerd. Also, they're attacking with Seeking because they don't have a Diplin, and Seeking can't knock out Kyogre. What do you mean the green? There is no green one. They're all the same. They're all the same, right? They just look slightly different. And they got the bosses on the Bergmite. So they're taking a knockout on the Bergmite, but I don't think they realize what's about to happen. I don't think they realize that I don't have to bench anybody else. I have Lana's aid. You know, I have 3 energy if I need it. My deck is what, like 24 cards of my 27 card deck are energy, and they're doing this again. What are you doing, Pierre? This is not fair, Pierre. Pied de terre. I want you to step on me with your pied de terres. That's French for feet, right? And there we go. Finally, the game is all fish now. I mean, this is an iceberg. And oh, did anyone understand? So YouTube audience, you won't get to see this. You rarely get to see my brilliance on display. Well, you see a fraction of it. You see a fraction of my brilliance on display in the YouTube videos, but what you don't see is the amazing titles I have on Twitch. That's fine. Guess what my title is for this one? Does this rag smell like chloroform to you? No, it is How Much Does an Avalugg Weigh? Enough to break the ice? Huh? Because the attack is called Iceberg Break. How much does an Avalugg weigh? Enough to break the ice? Make sure you comment down below. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard, and I've seen every Amy Schumer movie. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that is what you type down in the comments below. Or if there's another comedian, I've seen every Dane Cook movie. You know that Dane Cook movie, Good Luck Chuck, where I think, was that the Jessica Simpson one? Or was that the one where he's like got a brewery or something? I don't know. There's Dane Cook movies, but even one joke from Pilot is better than every Dane Cook movie combined. My God. Okay, YouTube audience, you haven't seen this, but I have 1 prize left. They have 3. They have Boom Boom Groove twice already. They used a Night Stretcher. They used Boss's Orders. Employee of the Month is the Jessica Simpson one, right? They're going for their 3rd Boom Boom Groove. I don't know. They are the definition of insanity. Far Cry 3 must be their favorite game ever made, because they are still playing out this matchup. You know, rage quitting is bad because you close the application and PDCGL is not smart enough to realize that your opponent has closed the game. Conceding because you know you can't win, that is acceptable. I will accept that happily because you save both you and the other person time. You don't save them rhyme, but you know, playing out a game, BMing all over your opponent's face, those are not cool. But you know what is cool? An Avalugg. Get it? Because it's an ice type. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'll admit that was pretty bad. But I mean, this video was free. Okay, the video was literally free. You get what you pay for. All right, 1467. 1467. Okay, I'm glad it's not same opponent. We're 3-2. And it is Hiro Nakamura. That's a Hero's joke, by the way. All right, Hiro and a bunch of numbers. Hero, lots of numbers. And what is this hand? What is this starting hand? This is all of my playable cards besides Pokemon. Oh my god. I don't even... Oh, man. And yeah, that player needs an Avalugg. Ah, that's good. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the free code because everyone knows you can get free codes easily from me. All right, this is fine. I'll accept it. I'm going first. We're going to win this game as long as it's not Pikachu EX, because I do lose to Pikachu EX. And PKS Blaze, fun fact, again with the Testicle Festival. And yeah, we're having so much fun. But yeah, fun fact, PDCGL unofficially turned 3 years today, and it broke. To celebrate turning 3 years old, PDCGL broke today for about an hour. It was perfectly fitting. I have no idea what is going on right now, but this is 3 festival lead decks in a row. But we do get to test out my best theory. Please don't prize the trolley. We do get to test out my theory of, does going first give you the edge? Can you edge your opponent, especially when you have all of your basics? And I think it's okay to thin out everybody, even though this increases the chances of me hitting, you know, Avalugg off of this, and that's bad. Even though this does increase the chances of me hitting Avalugg off of this. Let's go. I think I still want to attach to Kyogre if I can. Oh, that's unfortunate. But as long as I think I go... I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the correct order of things is. Like, do I go Petrol for Lana's Aid, or do I go Larry Still for Avalugg Lana's Aid energy? I think technically Larry Still for Lana's Aid makes more sense, but Petrol for Transceiver for Petrol thins the deck a little bit more, and it allows me to believe in the heart of the... All right, well, that... Oh, I was going to say, that changes that completely. No, because I have 4 energy in the discard pile. So yeah, we definitely go for Petrol for Transceiver. No, we go for, yeah, Petrol for Transceiver for Petrol, and then next turn I go for Pokepad, and then I Larry Still, or no, how many Avalugg we got? We got 1. Okay, well, yeah, then yeah. If I had 2 Avalugg, I would have changed my strat there, but we don't. So let's go get Petrol. This is just to thin out the deck. So next turn, I'm going to use Larry Still. And fun fact, we would have knocked out a Dipplin. And this way, if I can top deck an energy or get an energy off the prizes, I can take another knockout with Kyogre. So that's and yes, I know I'm saying Kyogre. It was Kyogre and Groudon was what the anime called them at like the rap at the end. Because you have to remember, there was never like a unified thing to how to say Pokemon name. Okay. I'm okay not doing anything. I'm just gonna Petrol for that Pokepad. Yep, just gonna Petrol for the old Pokepad for the Avalugg. Seems fine with me. All right, well, this ain't going in the YouTube video because they failed miserably. You know, this is 3 games against Thwacky Dipplin, and I'm gonna win 2 out of 3. Now what are you doing? You're going for Seed Cane? Seed Cane D's nuts go into your mouth. Malibu Man? No, they had to switch for Goldeen, and then they'll probably Lilies, and then hope for, yeah, the Lilies, then they'll try to Air Balloon, because they can still get a Dipplin attack this turn, right? They can still do the thing. And yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, I missed that comment earlier about Storm Esmeralda. So no, because of Worlds, it's going to be, I told you about this in yesterday's video. I explained quite a bit. It's going to be a very, very weird year, end of the year, because in Japan, they're getting Storm Emeralda on July 31st, and then Worlds is right after, but Storm Emeralda will not be legal for Worlds, and you can't pay attention to the Storm Emeralda results in Japan because we're not going to get Storm Emeralda probably until November. So by the time we get Storm Emeralda, 30th anniversary will be out in Japan. So the results will be completely different because when we get Storm Emeralda, it'll be a different format than when Japan had Storm Emeralda. It's just so weird. It is going to be the weirdest year you've ever seen. And yeah, I don't think I bother with anything. Yeah, so the last set that will be legal for Worlds is Pitch Black. So there will be no Mega Ray. There will be no 30th anniversary, obviously. It's just going to be Storm Emeralda is coming out in Japan on July 31st, but it will not be legal for Worlds. It'll just be Pitch Black. So it'll be whatever the last set was to Pitch Black, that'll be the format. Yeah, Saito. Remember that when they had to ban Psyduck from Worlds and they also had to ban the Pecharunt the year earlier because of stock issues? And then they both ended up being massively unfair, Stamp. Did you just give me an amazing hand? Yeah, it's going to be 50% Dragapult, 50% Ghost Veil. You know, the thing is, you're going to see, like you said, you are going to see a ton of Ghost Veil at on PDCGL on July 16th and for like the next 2 weeks after that, because everyone is going to be testing Ghost Veil. And same with Mega Excadrill, because people want to see, like, is Mega Excadrill, does it live up to the hype? Is it real? Is it a real deck? Because the players who are going to try to win, you know, tens of thousands of dollars worth of prizes, they have to know ahead of time what is love. Baby, don't hurt me. So they have to know. And I don't think if I top deck an energy, I can put this energy on Kyogre. I did not. Did I get Petrol? We have a Petrol. Okay, so I'll go and get, I guess, Lana's Aid with the Petrol. That seems like the most smartest thing. And then I go get Lana's Aid with the Petrol. And yeah, I think I can just, they're not going to stamp me again. Ah, see, they conceded. They conceded. They knew it. Yeah, Ghost, I don't know. It's going to be a lot of testing. That is the thing. There's going to be so much testing going on. And let's see, what do we got? 1479, damn straight. Because presumably it has a good matchup. Kadu Silver. Wait, isn't this a viewer? Or have I faced them before? The name rings true. So this will be the last one with the 30 energy build, but I still need like 3 more games. Because that first game, I'm going to cut a lot out of that first game because my opponent sucked their own butt for a little bit. All right, let's go first. It's either going to be Dragapult or something that has a good Dragapult matchup. That no, we could have had it all. Okay, this is fine. This is all right. Oh, this is bad. Okay, but I am going first. I'm gonna keep this one in the. I'm gonna keep this one in the video. So I have good news and I have bad news. For the first time in 4 games, I am not facing Testicle Festival. The good news is that I can play the game. The bad news is that I have to get rid of an Avalugg. I have to Larry Skill for a Petrol. I have to Petrol for Precious Trolley, and then just kind of hope that things go my way. But I did choose to go first, which was smart. We're kind of in trouble if they can do things. But yeah, I mean, I'm knocking out the Badoo. It's just unfortunate that I started the Kyogre and not a Bergmite. All right, so I attach to you. I can't risk waiting a turn as much as I want to. All right, so Bergmite, Petrol, Energy. And then I have to put the Bergmite down. They can still technically win, which is really bad. But we took a prize. We took a prize. Things just didn't really work out the way they should have, but I'm still in this game. I'm not in this game anymore. I have lost this game. The game is over. I may have to throw a Project Hail Mary here. I mean, they're going to have either Grand Tree or Rare Candy, Terra Greninja, and get everything they need. In that case, I'm going to have to Petrol for Pokepad and hope I hit 6 energy, which is almost impossible at this stage of the game. Because if they get... I mean, they could Mirage Barrage, which would also suck. But I think I'd rather have them Mirage... Oh my god! Oh my goodness. Ah, crap. Okay, so I go Petrol for Trolley. But they're so... Like, I want to get Larry's and everything, but I am able to attack with Kyogre this turn, which is at least something. So we're in an okay spot right now. We're in an okay spot. And then, yeah, we use Swirling Waves. I had to put, you know, the pedal to the Twisted Metal there, because if I wait a turn, they can easily suck my butt, and I only want to do that on special occasions. That is not the card I wanted. If you could have given me a playable card, that is not the one I wanted. Okay, so I have 2 energy in the discard pile. That is 40 damage. I don't know what I'm going to do here. This is, you know, we're in the danger zone. We're in the danger zone. We're on the highway to the danger zone right now. Oh, never mind. God, what the hell is happening? Why am I winning so much? I just want to play. I just want to have a playable game. I'm talking so goodly, but I just want to have a playable game. Until I get one more YouTube game with this deck, we're not switching lists. We're staying the course. Low-key savage. Well, some idiot YouTuber, you know, some really dumb YouTuber posted a video about how to beat Crustle, and that might be the reason that no one's playing it anymore, is because I told you how to do it. Yeah, they saw that I'm a 2nd anniversary player. Okay, this is insane. I literally need a new keyboard after this start. This is the great... Watch me prize everything. Okay, no, we're fine. We only prized the Bergmite. This might be the greatest start any player in the history of the world of Avalugg players has ever had. And this comes after 3 back-to-back-to-back Festival lead decks. I did just beat... Oh, it's Slowking. Oh, no. I thought this was going to be Mega Flowout, and I was going to laugh. Okay, in this situation... I mean, with a start like... What the hell are you doing? No! No! Oh, no! Okay, it's like the exact same hand. Wait, this is literally the exact same hand. What? What? That's creepy. That is super creepy. I am super creeped out right now. There's like 27 energy in my deck, and I got the exact same hand. All right, so yes, as you said, I have to evolve everybody, but they're literally 2 Kyogre away from getting it. So I think I have to Petrol for Pokepad, and then Pokepad for Avalugg. This will stay in the YouTube video, but I've only been facing single prize decks today. It is the weirdest thing. It has only been single prize decks today. First game of the day was Alakazam. That's fine. As long as it's not Lonazade, I don't care. But the first one of the day was Alakazam, and then I faced, I think, some weird deck, I can't remember, and then it was Festival Lead, Festival Lead, Festival Lead. Then, wait, what the hell just happened? Wait, what the hell? That was weird. They literally just immediately passed the turn. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Well, I'm going to Petrol for, I guess, Lonazade. I guess I Petrol for Lonazade just to get it out of the deck, and then we have the Lonazade. This is not a paid actor. Okay, the Surfing Beach kind of sucks. Actually, no. The Surfing Beach is really good. Or sorry, the Academy at Night is really good for me. Because I get to put an energy on top of the deck for Iceberg Breaker. No, I don't think it was a timeout because they did it immediately, so I think they just didn't have it like that. And this is how all the games have been going. Like that Mega Greninja game, they just had nothing. I am not going to get a YouTube video, but I'm going to keep this in the YouTube video simply because of the absolute insanity that was that judge. Okay? That judge turn was crazy. Also, I'm going to lose this game if I Icebird Breaker like 2 more times. I do lose this game if I Icebird Breaker 2 more times. Because this is the only surfing beach. But, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And to be fair, they can still easily win this game. I mean, not anymore, but they could have. All right, so I have to start attaching to the active. And I have to... Yeah, was there another Avalugg in the deck? Oh, there's 2. So I have to get the Avalugg. And, yeah, I mean, I think I'll be okay. Because I can attach 4 energy. There's the other Avalugg. That doesn't matter. With the Lana's Aid, I won't be able to whip my deck out, and that's fine. Then we got the other Lana's Aid. But this was the weirdest game. We faced a Slowking deck that got nothing. I faced Festival League decks that haven't done anything for 2 turns. I faced a Mega Greninja Dragapult deck that had nothing going on. There's Academy at Night. Okay, wait. Were they trying to... Yeah, were they just trying to get me to whip my deck out? Because you got to pay extra for that. And also the fact that they haven't conceded. Because I think the only way they can win is if they Q-Room this turn, and then Q-Room again next turn, and then I just can't find energy. So I guess technically they're not out of this game yet. But like they have to Q-Room this turn. There's no ifs, ands, or nice buts about it. Okay, that's a Kangaskhan. Okay, they have everything, and actually, now that I think about it, they can win this game. Because I lost my surfing beach, they can definitely win this game. Because if they can just go, 110, 110, 110. I could actually lose this. It is kind of scary. Yeah, you don't hit the active. You never hit the active. Just hit the bench, hit the back line, that's it. And then, no, you have to knock out my Kyogre. And you hit the active. So if you're ever in this position, bending over and you feel, my hot breath on your neck, that's normal. Okay, and then I go Lana's Aid for triple energy. The reason I'm doing this is so I can Academy at Night and energy on top. And then we put the energy on top, and then Icebird Breaker. Okay, and then I have 4. Yep, see, perfect. But I have to use Kyogre here. So what they should have done is they absolutely 100% needed to target the Kyogre. Because I thought I had this game wrapped up like a sausage, and I put that sausage in my mouth, and I let it slide back and forth to show For the Win my skills, because he specifically sent me $50 through PayPal for a video of that, and I was like, okay, that's fine. It's a little weird. But then he's like, oh, it's just, we call that bangers and mash where I'm from. I just want to see you bang some mash, pilot. Just want to bang while you're eating some mash. But if you're ever in this exact scenario where you're facing a Slowking deck that does nothing for 4 turns, you want to make sure you get your Surfing Beach. So Surfing Beach, there's only 1 in this list. Other lists have like 2 or 3. So Surfing Beach is very important because they can trap an Avalugg, Q-Room your Kyogre, and then just kind of win. So if you're on the opposite side, if you're a Slowking player, only target the Kyogre. Target the Kyogre, force them to use Icebird Breaker. Because against single prize decks, Avalugg does have a problem, and that problem is the fact that it discards the top 6 cards of your decks. And they conceded. They couldn't even let us have fun, but I promised that would be in the YouTube video, and like a mailman, I always deliver. So this is the weirdest stream ever because I just won like 7 million games in a row. All right, let's play the Hyper Aroma build. Let's play Trust Your Pilot's Hyper Aroma build. Ms. Frizzle. So this is Hyper Aroma build against Miss Frizzle at 105. Hopefully we can get some good games because so far I wouldn't say I have a single good game for the YouTube video. And I wanted to do a draft today because the drafts are not great, right? The drafts right now are 3 days for Destined Rivals and 3 days for Twilight Masquerade, then 10 days for Perfect Order. Uh-oh. And then everyone's just like, yeah, let's just go for Cyrano. Let's just have Cyrano instead. What do you mean I'm always pregnant? I have more kids than I know of. And 2 people let their subs go dark, so you might wanna change that. All right, so this is terrible. I have lost. Fun fact, I'm like a Pokepad away from winning. Your balls are shiny. Yeah, because we dipped under 100 people subbed. Remember when I promised that I'd do, what was it, a stupid stream if I had 100 subs and I didn't even... Ooh, hang on. Wait, they have an actual schedule for PDCGL? This is a high-quality image. PDCGL schedule. Kaleido. Oh, no. I wasn't paying attention because the PDCGL dev just posted a schedule, but they have my luck. But the funny thing is that it doesn't matter because I'm still not drawing cards. I'm still not drawing cards right now. So even though they went 0-3, that's totally fine. But this is why I was distracted, is because of this. And I guess I'll embed in it. But yeah, the Destined Rivals and Twilight Masquerade build and battle events are 3 days each for no reason. And then Perfect Order is 10 days. We have... And Professor Oaks, thank you for gifting us up to Ryusham. And then, yeah, we're going to get passcodes. So it looks like the passcodes are going to be currency, Jacinth, and then some packs. Oh my goodness. Oh my... Oh, they went 2 and 1. Okay. So we know what the codes are going to be. I will obviously pass those out on Trust Your Pilot's Twitter account and on the Twitch and probably on the Discord. So you'll be able to get them. But Professor Oak, thank you for more gifted subs. I appreciate it. Did I just get petrol when I absolutely didn't need petrol? But actually, this could be interesting. Because I actually have a slight chancey of winning right now. I go Pokepad for Mantine. And then I go Mantine for Mantine something. All right, so Surfing Beach into Mantine. And then I go Call for Family for Mantine Bergmite. Yeah, Mantine Bergmite. That's the turn. Obviously, they're going to retreat, and I mean, if they use Claw of Darkness, they have to get rid of an energy. They have to use Claw of Darkness. So if they use Claw of Darkness, they have to get rid of an energy, which helps build up my damage. And if you're wondering, why is it called Mantine and not Mantine? A tine is what is on your fork. So a tine is what you have on your fork. A teen is what you spend, never mind. A teen, it's like marine. So it's a marine manatee, a mantine, like marine. So whenever you think of saying Mantine's name, think marine. All right, well, I have to use Larry's skill to go get an Avalugg, and then I guess I go for Avalugg, energy, and because I know they'll go for my supporter, right? They'll go for my supporter. They won't go for the energy, but the energy allows me to do the thing. So that's great. I'm using their Claw of Darkness against them, and I only need 5 energy to take the KO here. So I know for a fact they'll Claw of Darkness away the Larry skill issue. And then I just need to hit 5 energy, 5 out of 16. But I guess technically I should go for the Bergmite. But I could just use Kyogre next turn, right? I could use Kyogre to put a bunch more energy back into play, but I have to take the knockout. That's the problem, is because of the Monkey Dory, I essentially have to... You can suck my butt. My butt is dry. Can you please suck it? All right. Well, that's... yeah, you're getting rid of Larry Skill. That's unfair. If they didn't have boss's orders, I win this game. They had boss's orders. I do not win this game. Unless... Damn it. Unless... Damn it. Okay, so let's go... No, because I can't hit into them with Kyogre. Simply... And they gave me a Team Rocket's Factor, and I can't even find the damn petrol. So this is just highly unfortunate. I could have very easily won this game if they didn't boss's orders. But, I mean, I can get like 8, 9 energy in the discard pile next turn. It's just that's not going to help. If I top deck a Petrol, though, I can go Petrol for Pokepad. Yeah, that's fine. Petrol for Pokepad. And then I can get an Avalugg. Actually, I'd probably Factory first. And then you have to get rid of that. That's fine. And then I go up with Kyogre. And then we just have to hope. Because this was a cursed game from the start. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Dang it. We were so close. We could have had it all. My goal is still to do a draft, but even if there's only 30 minutes left and I do the draft, I think that's fine. Because I don't have to do 5 full games, right? That is a little excessive. Ah, there you go. But I would have won that game if I just had a playable card slightly earlier, or if they didn't get the bosses at the exact time they needed bosses. Yes, if you're curious, there's all the stuff again. Ooh, this is a good start. Okay. If I'm going second... Okay, this is a very interesting start. I think simply because of the fact that they could be playing Dragapult and they just would have everything, I have to do this. But if they do that, I have Hyper Aroma, and we got Petrol, but this is a terrible start for us. I did prize an Avalugg. I think I prized a Mantine. But the whole point of this build is you want to start Mantine. You don't want to start Kyogre. You don't want to start Bergmite because everyone has such a beefy retreat. This is why I played my items, because PTCGL is so much fun. And naturally, I don't have Precious Trolley, so that's really bad. And they have everything, and that's also really bad. Oh my god. All right, you know, I tried Hyper Aroma, but I think we're slowly figuring out why Hyper Aroma isn't the play here. Because they're just Rare Candy Dragapult Crispin away from... Did I just top deck a Surfing Beach? Did Trust Your Pilot just top deck a Surfing Beach and get everything that he freaking needed in the history of the world? All right, so let's go and get a Mantine. And then we go Mantine, Surfing Beach. They're going to take multiple prizes at some point, which is obviously bad. And then next turn, I go for Call for Family. And then just double Bergmite. And then hope the Mantine survives. That is kind of what I'm sitting at right now. I decided to go first, which I think is correct. Because that way, if you start a Bergmite, you can get a turn 2 Avalugg before they maybe even do anything. So, like, that's the way, if you start... I think they're going for a Bergmite. I don't think they're going for Mantine. I think they would go for Bergmite in this situation. Because Mantine's not a threat. Right? They're going to be like, oh, the Mantine? That's not a threat. Why would I go after that? The Bergmite's the threat. And then I'm going to be like, damn, bro, you just got Iceberg. What are you, the Titanic? Because you just collided with this massive iceberg. Dear God, Threacher Cloak. As people have said, it is not Dragapult that is the problem, it is Dracloak that is the problem. Because when you can see 6 to 8 cards, like, 2 to 8 cards on your second turn of the game and pick, 1 to 4 of them, that's a little unfair. So don't get me wrong, Dragapult is a very good card, especially the fact that it's a Terra and has a bench bear. Oh, you don't know what you've done. You know not what you have done. All right, so Petrol for Hyper Aroma. I'm still going to hold off here. And then I go Hyper Aroma for triple Avalugg. And then Avalugg. Oh, this is so tough. I think what I do is I still attach to the Kyogre. I go Call for Family. I get double... I think I just get 1 Bergmite and the Kyogre. Yeah, so the reason that I'm doing this is because I know they have the Dusknoir Dusclops. So they can use Dragapult to, do the thing. They can take a lot of damage. But the reason I didn't go double Bergmite is because they would just Dusknoir, Dusknoir, knock them out. Maybe that's not a bad thing. But I have to play around their math. There's no Battle Cage here. There's nothing that can really help you. I can avoid the Monkey Dory if I just take 1-shots. But this is a little sketchy because you have to hit 6 energy with Avalugg. That is kind of a huge problem, hitting 6 energy with Avalugg to knock out a Dragapult. You don't play Brave Bangle, there's no Gravity Mountain. Dragapult is just a very tough matchup. And because of the Monkey Dory, hitting into them with Kyogre doesn't really help. Them just getting 2 Phantom Dives is really bad. I mean, them having to waste the Darkness Energy is good, but it's the Dusknoir that are going to be the main problem here. Yeah, there's the Dragapult. They knock out the man. Wait, did they play a supporter? Oh, they played Crispin. Okay. All right, so I guess whoever they put the damage on is who I have to go up. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Well, it's Avalugg time. It's Heart of the Cards. This is the first time I've ever used Avalugg this is game number 10. This is the first Avalugg where I've had to hit all 6. This is the first time PDCGL has had to have been in my corner, and it's not going to work. Oh my god, PDCGL. That was kind of embarrassing, PDCGL. You could have... You hit 2 Surfing Beach and a Larry's? Come on, bro. All right. Well, I have to include this game. I still have a chance. They are gonna burn it to the ground. People seem to like when I made that Nickelback joke, so look at this photograph. Something about making us laugh. There's Johnny using his left hand. Oh, they're using Curse Blast, so they'll get rid of one of the Avalugg. Yeah, that one's gone. They'll probably Night Stretcher for the Darkness Energy. Put 30 on this guy. That's unfortunate. All right, so I can knock out this Dragapult. The question is, can I knock out another Dragapult? Yeah, there's the Darkness Energy they're going to go and get. Oh, okay. So their plan is to clear the board of Avalugg, but they can't because they would have needed a Darkness Energy. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. They're going I thought they were going to go a different way. They're going this way, but I think I can knock out the Dragapult, right? Oh my god! Why is Dragapult the worst deck ever made? All right, so yeah, Hyper Aroma, this was a failed experiment. As much as you want to use Mantine, Hyper Aroma is just... You have to get a good start with this deck. If you don't, the game is over. And I don't think I have enough energy in the discard pile to knock out the Dragapult with Kyogre. Yeah, there's Phantom Dive. They're going to knock that out. If this had a 2 retreat cost, I could retreat it, but they just had the most insano turn ever. Well, it helps get your basics, right? But I guess you're just hoping you don't prize Trolley. Okay. Is that? I think that might be enough. I go Larry Skill for Bergmite, Lawnazade, Energy. I have to put the Bergmite down. Riptide. Oh my goodness, we took the knockout. I can actually win the game next turn. I can literally win the game next turn, but they're going to go Fire, Dragapult, Bosses, win. So if I had a second Bergmite, we would have been okay. But yeah, they're just Bosses, Dragapult, Fire away from winning, and they haven't, done anything. So believe it or not, I had a slight chance of winning. Yeah, Bosses the Bergmite. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in, where Dragapult has everything and you can't do anything to stop it because you suck. Unless they prize to no, never mind. But I'll keep this in the video because I went 6-3 in 9 games. A lot of those games sucked, and I'm sorry. But that's just how the iceberg melted. I don't know why they're still playing cards. And they even have the unfair stamp. Yes, we understand. I was just talking about this, that Dragapult is not the problem. It is the fact that you have infinite card draw. And yeah, there's nothing I can do to win. They just have it like that. So let's, my butt's a little bit too red. I have to stop the spanking. And you didn't even have the courtesy to fart in my mouth afterwards. No, that's disrespect. All right, dry bones. Okay, so they're not good at this game, so that's good. And they should really invest in some lotion if they got some dry bones. All right, let's go first. Come on, I believe. Come on, I believe that Mantine can carry us through. What time is it? It's 1:21. Ooh, okay, here we go. Greatest start ever. Greatest start in the history of Pokemon TCG Live. This might be the greatest start anyone in the history of Pokemon TCG Live Avalugg decks has ever had in the history of their life. I do wish I was going second, but I think with this deck it makes sense to go first, just in case you start the Bergmite. And there's a turn 1 immediate Lilies. So the reason you want to go first is in case you start the Bergmite and you have an Avalugg in your hand, then you can at the very least Iceberg Breaker. And, I know it's not. Oh my god! This is the 4th Festival League deck today! And what the hell is the Chikorita doing here? What the hell is the Chikorita doing in here? All right. I guess I just retreat. So we go Petrol for Hyper Aroma. Get 3 things out. This is Hydrapple. Okay, everyone's saying it's Hydrapple. Everyone is saying it's Hydrapple. Okay. Everyone is saying that this is Hydrapple, so I will choose to believe that everything's great. I'm going to go get a Kyogre and a Bergmite. Hydrapple would make more sense. But to be fair, I have a little bit of trepidation every time I see an Applin or a Diplin. I kid you not. Go subscribe to the VOD's channel, and in 2 weeks I'll upload the VOD. Every time I see a Diplin, I'm just like, seriously? Yeah, we're trauma bonding here. Put toes sideways in deep? Is that what it stands for? Okay, yeah, you're right. It's Hydrapple. Thank you, everyone, for talking me off the ledge here. Oh, we're fine. If you're ever wondering why I wait like 2 weeks to upload a stream to the VODs channel, number one, the VODs are available on Twitch. Oh, hey, there's a Tapu Bulu. This does 220 for 4 energy. They're probably just going to sacrifice it. But the reason that I wait 2 weeks is because on Twitch, you can watch them for 2 weeks before they disappear. And also, I want the main channel video to get all the attention. And then also, I don't make much money on the VODs channel, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so in this situation, I think I just continue thinning my deck. Right? I just petrol again. I go get probably transceiver. Because if I go transceiver, this just further thins the deck. That's all you want to do. If your opponent is not doing anything, just thin your deck as much as possible. That's it. And I will call for family one more time. I think I'm going to try not attaching energy from my hand. Let's go for the Kyogre because I don't mind losing the Mantine. So the good news here is you look at my board position. My opponent's going to have to knock out Mantine, Avalugg, 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 Kyogre, Kyogre. This is what I want to force them to knock out. They're obviously having some struggle. They're struggling to get it up over there. You know, I have some pills that could help them, but their name is Dry Bones. So even if they can get it up, there's a whole nother issue they have to solve. And Twitch chat, for the first time in history, was correct. It is Hydrapple, but they just wasted a boss's orders and energy to do that. And I'm over here just being like, yep, yeah, I see what you're doing. I don't really care. I'm just going to keep using Transceiver and Petrol every single turn. And you know what? I'll just Waterfall. You know, I know this is incorrect because they could put me in a position like downward facing dog, and I'm not quite as flexible as I used to be. But they could put me in a position where this has too much energy and just never gets knocked out. And there we go. Okay, I don't know why they didn't use the Meowth beforehand. I guess they were worried. But yeah, I'm in a situation where this Mantine could be stuck with 2 energy, so I would have to retreat off 1. And the reason, obviously, I wanted to keep as much energy in hand is because I don't have very much energy in hand. It's all in the deck, which is good. And additionally, you don't mind having too much energy in your feet because Larry can discard them all. So Larry is like, oh, well, what if you have a handful of 8 energy? What do? You play Larry's skill. And you don't want to know why he has to put on gloves. But let's just say it has something to do with dry boning. All right, I have 0 energy in the discard pile. I have thinned my deck as much as humanly possible. Literally cannot. Oh, yeah, hit me with your wood hammer, Dry Bones. I literally have to hit 1 energy. So wait. Hang on here. Is the correct move to use Kyogre here? To use Larry's skill that. No. I was going to say, is the correct move to use Larry's skill, then Kyogre? I think the answer in that situation is no. Simply because my balls are in my throat right now. And then you want to get Lana's. Though, am I going to be using Larry's skill next turn? But I mean, there's nothing else I can get, right? I can only Petrol for 1 card. I have too many Transceiver. So this is actually the perfect time. This is the one time, Avalugg and PDCGL, where hitting 1 energy is fine. Oh my god, thank you! I have never been so happy to only do 180 damage with Iceberg Breaker. Because I have everything I need on the field right now, or in the discard pile, which I can get with Lana's Aid or something. So this is perfect. The issue and the reason why I didn't use Larry's Steel to put 3 energy in the discard pile, then use Riptide to do 60 damage to knock out the Tapu Bulu, is because of Hydrapple. The Hydrapple is the reason that I'm so worried, is I either have to hit 6 off of Avalugg, or I only need 17 energy in the discard pile. And 17 energy in the discard pile, normally that would be an astronomical, insane number. But here it's actually all right, all right, all right. Did you like my Matthew McConaughey? I think I called him Matthew McConaughey. Did you like my Matthew McConaughey impression in yesterday's video? I worked on it for hours. It's almost as good as my For the Win impression, mate. Oh, we gotta play that didgeridoo when there's a kangaroo in me window. That's why today's video was delayed, because I had to go punch that kangaroo. It was looking at me funny. Oh, it told me my boomerang wasn't boomerang enough. And I had to say, oh, you want to fight, Mr. Kangaroo? Then we're going to fight, Mr. Kangaroo. Let me get my fighting boots. And there's oh, that's terrible. Okay. Handful of Larrys. Oh, dear God. Okay. That is the perfect unfair stamp. What's their bosses? They've already wasted a bosses. They probably just won this game. I think they just won this game. Yeah, they won. The unfair stamp being super unfair won them this game. Oh, that was so much worse. Did I just hit the Lanas? Yep, I hit the Lanas. I think there's a Lanas in the prizes though. But I'm in a situation where I'm only doing 200 when they knock out the Avalugg, so I can't even knock out an Ogerpon. And yeah, they're going to base me with their Syrup Storm. So I have to knock out the Hydrapple and then hope they don't have a bosses. That is the only way that I win, is if they don't knock out this Avalugg, I have a chance. If I top deck a Larry Steel though, woo, okay, I think I go attach to you, Larry Steel. I don't have anything good. I go get Mantine, Larry Steel, Energy. And then again, as long as they don't boss the Avalugg, I win this game because I am him. Because I'm going to get 2 prizes, and then I'm going to Avalugg and knock out whoever they put in the active because they can't really do anything. Also, oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. Actually, this is good because this guy's going to need... Actually, no, it's not going to need anything. So yeah, my Avalugg is absolutely screwed. They have Fez. Oh my God. Yeah, Dry Bones. You don't think Dry Bones would be able to make me sticky, but I'm sticky all over. So wait, what was their plan? I'm confused as to what their plan is here. Unless they got Festival... No, they don't have Festival Grounds. So it would appear that they're going to go for that. But I think my deck is just energy except for a Larry Skill, right? So if I Larry Skill out the Larry Skill, we'll be fine, and then I win. Right? No, because I think my deck is 27 energy, because my prizes are all playable cards. I think every single one of my prizes this game was a playable card. So if I Larry Skill for the energy, or for the Larry Skill, which is the last card in my deck that is not an energy, we win. So I go Bergmite, Surfing Beach. Oh God, do I have to attach this energy because I might not get one? I think I have to. But no, if my deck is just energy, then I'm guaranteed to top deck an energy. And I want to have more energy in the discard pile for Kyogre. Yes? That's how math works? Yeah. Oh no, I have playable cards. Uh-oh. 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 I thought the deck was empty. Okay, please, PDC Gel, I've never asked for anything more. Yes! Oh, suck my butt! Suck it dry! You know, I'm all sticky. Can you suck my butt, please? All right, okay, no, we had 2 water. So I was incorrect about the counting. Oh, what a shock. Trust your pilot doesn't know how to count. But hitting that 1 Launazade, I think might have cost me the game if I didn't have Larry Skill in my hand. That is the first time in 11 games I've hit 6 energy off of Iceberg Breaker, by the way. But fun fact, if they can get another Hydrapple, they win. If they can't get Hydrapple, I win. Uh-oh. 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 Please no. Please no. No, I did everything right. No. Oh no, I did everything so right. My last prize card is literally a Lana's Aid. If I had just grabbed the Lana's Aid off the prizes. Oh no. That was the difference. That was the difference between me winning and losing, is I think there's 2 Lanas in here. I could be wrong. Oh, we were so close. So yeah, it's a 2 transceiver and a surfing beach. Oh, that is so disappointing. That is so look at how close we came. We came so close to winning. 2-6. Oh, we were so close. That we were what? 3 energy away, 4 energy away. I played it perfectly. The problem is they were able to get multiple Hydrapple. It was the unfair stamp. The unfair stamp was the only thing. If they had to attack with Ogerpon, I win. Your shorts, you're not even wearing shorts, bro. I want to see them grippers. You're not even showing me knees. I want to see them knees. Oh, man, yeah. And I just got 2 energy, of course, because that's the way it goes. All right, let's try the Amulet of Cope. Did that version have 2? Yeah, the last prize was Lana's. The last prize was literally Lana's Aid. Because of course it was. Because of course the last prize was the one card I needed to win. I had a what? A 33% chance, then a 50% chance of getting Lana's Aid, and both of them were water energy. So I was literally a Lana's Aid away from winning that game. All right, so this is the Amulet of Hope build. Amulet of Hope. Oh, we were so close. You know, if I don't mill that... Lena? What do you mean nonsense? What do you mean nonsense? How dare you, Lena? And Nick? Nah, we're not... Dolphin? That would make sense. You want me to play Palafin? You're not being very friendly. You're not being a pal right now. All right, well, terrible start. And Foodler, you'd mill the legacy energy. All right, well, we got... Hey, anytime you start the Mantine, I'm happy. Anytime I can, you know, play with a teen, I'm happy. Anytime I can make a teen wet, I'm happy. Oh, crap. Okay, this isn't Honchkrow at least. All right, so Stevie with, I guess this is Team Rocket's, because this isn't going to be Honchkrow, right? There's no way this is Honchkrow. I mean, it could be, but yeah, the most obvious, it's like 69% possible. All right, so this is going to be interesting. Oh my God. Oh, they're still going. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to do though, because I feel like I have to use Larry's skill. Like, do I Larry's for Larry's? This is quite a matchup. This is also a very awkward hand because I feel like I have to use Larry's here. Because if I just fall too far behind, they can loop Spidops the rest of the game. And I feel like if they take 2 prizes, I just lose. But like I'd have to Larry's for Petrol. I guess I Larry's for Petrol Avalugg. I go get a Bird Mite because I can't let them take 2 prizes. That is not on my agenda right now, as I cannot let them have 2 prizes. So I have to go Larry Skill for Avalugg, Petrol, Energy. And then as long as I can do the thingy thing, we'll be fine. As long as I can do the thingy thing, we will be totally fine. And let's go Bergmite, Bergmite. Oh, this is going to get so sketchy. This is going to get so sketchy. The only chancey that I really have right now is if they just have nothing. Right? If they just have nothing, if their turn 1 was a proton. Wait, did they transceiver for that proton? Yeah, they grabbed the proton with the transceiver. They did have Brave Bangle and Maximum Belt in their starting hand. This is a knockout on the Mantine, unfortunately, but if all they do is attach KO the Mantine, we're in an okay spot. The issue, of course, is that I have to hit 3 energy with Avalugg to knock out a Spidops. Oh, they don't see it. Oh, what are you doing? Wait, what? What the hell? Are you gonna bring up my Kyogre? Do you not see? Do you not see what I'm about to do to you? All right, so I have to go Petrol for what, Larry's? No, but I need the amulet. Okay, so if I go for Surfing Beach, that's bad. Oh, this is so awkward now. Because I can take the knockout with Kyogre, but then I'm probably just going to keep top decking Water Energy. So I think what I do is I transceiver. I don't do anything. I don't do anything because I want to increase my chances of naturally drawing into a Petrol. So by transceivering, I won't get the Petrol. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect card. It's not like the last game where, oh, the Lana's 8 is your last prize card. You had a 33% chance of getting it one time, then a 50% chance the next time. Now we'll give you 2 water. God, this game can suck my butt. Ooh, hello. All right, that's pretty cool. Oh, you didn't even take the knockout. Oh, how sad for you. Oh, we got a Larry Skill. Oh, how amazing. But YouTube audience, this will be in the video because I know I just included 2 back-to-back losses and you're like, wait, trust your pilot losing games of Pokemon cards? That's not my pilot. And it's like, I know, I'm sorry, but I'll include this because this has been what the games I haven't been showing you. You look at my win-loss record, it's actually pretty good. But the problem is that it's just been a lot of Testicle Festival. There's been such a huge Testicle Festival going on. And I have, my mouth has been open, but nothing good has been showing up. This has just been what it's like. Festival Grand... Out of all the cards, what does Amulet of Cope do? If they knock it out, you get any 3 cards from your deck. I think it would still go Precious Trolley as number 1. Hyper Aroma, I probably would put ahead of Amulet of Hope. But the thing with Amulet of Hope, used properly, it gets you like a Larry's, a Lana's, and a Petrol, which can thin out 3 cards that aren't Water Energy, which is really good. So I go for, I guess, Transceiver for Petrol, and then, because I'm going to be using Larry's Skill, so I want Avalugg, and then Pokepad, right? Because this thins out everything. This gets a Petrol. Actually, I don't even need to do the thingy thing. I can transceiver for Petrol, but then I don't have an energy. I think this is fine. I think I'll just go for Larry's Skill anyway, even though maybe I shouldn't, but I think I'll just go for Larry's Skill anyway. I'll keep the Mantine with an energy on it. The reason I'm keeping the Mantine with the energy is they might forget that Tarantula only has 50 HP, and then we top deck an energy. All right, then. That is interesting. So let's go Pokepad for... Oh, geez. I think it has to be Bergmite. Because what's my deck looking like? This version does not have Lana's Aid, so I guess I actually do need Kyogre. And they conceded. They knew they couldn't beat me off. There you go. I'll keep it in the YouTube video because they knew that they're... Oh, this wasn't Dry Bones. This was Stevie. Whatever. I still beat them off really hard. This is just a cursed stream, right? I don't know what's going on today, but everyone's conceding and no one's playing good decks, and that's a hippopotamus. And yeah, that was the Amulet of Cope build. So yeah, 145. Team Rocket's Mewtwo. I think after this... Oh, that was weird. 90 hippos. And Ace Wine. No, you don't need the stadium. This one, you don't need the stadium. And Nick, the problem with that is that you have to discard 3 cards, right? If your opening hand has all of your Pokemon in it, then you're screwed, right? Precious Trolley and Hyper Aroma and Amulet of Hope, they give you a little bit of leeway. If you have the Secret Box, you have to discard 3 cards. But what if your opening hand is like Bergmite and 3 Avalugg? Then you have to get Lana's Aid to get the 3 things back. And it's like, what's the point? Uncle Juna, the problem with Brock and Dawn, well, Dawn, first off, that wouldn't work at all. But the problem with Brock is that you want to have the Petrol. The easiest supporter to find is Petrol. Nick, how many streams have you watched in your 15 months being subscribed? How many Trust Your Pilot games have you watched? My last prize was Lana's Aid in the game where I needed Lana's Aid to win, and if I got anything but Lana's Aid, I would lose. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to be like, what's the holdup? I mean, I know you're 90 hippos, but you should be able to move a little bit faster. But I think this is going to be another game where my opponent's not here. So if you have any questions, now's the time to ask him. So it looks like it'll be Jacinth will be the Blue Sky code. And it looks like the Twitter code will be Currency tomorrow. And then the Instagram code will be Chaos Rising packs. And kilometers, yes, it is. But remember, there's a tournament this weekend in Japan. I'm assuming my opponent's not here. I'm assuming it's the most up-to-date format. So the last major Japanese tournament, as far as I know, before Worlds or before Storm Esmeralda is happening this weekend. So we might get a Mega Ray reveal this weekend or something revealed this weekend. Because the Japan Championships are this weekend. And that will, as far as I know, be the Abyss Eye Pitch Black format, which has Extra Drill and Ghost Veil. So we will see for the first time, is Extra Drill real? Is Ghost Veil real? Because the gym battles aren't really a thing. The gym battles are not actually like, oh yes, we should pay attention to those gym battles. Those tricky gym battles. Yeah, but it's the problem that it's stupid gym battles. You can never trust gym battles. Gym battles are where Cinderace thrives. Everyone plays Cinderace in gym battles and does well. Doesn't mean Cinderace is a good card. All right, so let's go Bergmite. Nick, it doesn't. How does this do? It doesn't. Mega Venusaur, horrible matchup. Mega Venusaur, Wally's Compassion, just concede. But how does it do against people who aren't here? It does great. It has a 100% win rate against people who aren't here. All right, so we'll probably be at like 152 the next time we battle anybody. And yeah, let's get that. But this has just been the weirdest stream ever. Lena, we're getting Pitch Black on July 16th and the 30th anniversary set in mid-September. But it's going to be really weird because Japan is getting Storm Emeralda before 30th celebration, but we're probably getting Storm Emeralda after 30th celebration. So it's the weirdest thing that's going to happen. And it's going to be so strange because when Storm Emeralda comes out, yeah, it would have been funny. when Storm Emeralda comes out, we can't pay attention to the results because they will not be correct, because by the time Storm Emeralda comes out here, we'll be in the 30th celebration format. So do not bother looking at Storm Emeralda because it'll be a whole different ballgame. Yeah, because it'll be every 2 months, right? The cadence will be every 2 months. So that would make the most sense, right? Because Perfect Order was March, Chaos Rising was May, Pitch Black was July, 30th Celebration is September. So then November just makes the most sense, just a set every 2 months this year. So it'll be 6 sets this year. That's crazy. I mean, that's the norm, but that's still crazy. And Clam Burglar, we know that's not true. Everything has a good Mega Venusaur matchup. I mean, if Mega Camerupt can beat it, if Mega Camerupt can beat your deck, do you have a good deck? The answer is no, you do not. Okay, great start, love it. Oh, it's Beedrill. Okay, Beedrill is unfortunate. Yeah, even Mega Pyroar beats Venusaur. Boom, you just got roasted. And Nick, if I didn't properly thank you again for the gifted sub. Ooh, this is bad. This is hilarious. The 10 damage from Chili on a Weedle actually helps. Damn it. Actually, that's fine. Why didn't they start the... Wait, why wouldn't you... Oh, because they got them off the mulligans. They got the Badoo off the mulligans. Well, they're having a good... they're having a good time over there. Well, this isn't good. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, because you're supposed to go for Amulet of Cope, but I don't have anything that I actually need. I can get the No, I can't go too slow.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, I am very much in danger right now. I have to go get the Pokepad, because I have Transceiver for Petrol next turn. I have to go get the Pokepad, and then go for another Bergmite. This is very much going to be an Amulet of Hope game here. I'm going to have to hope that they just don't have a turn 2 Arboliva. If they do have a turn 2 Arboliva, I mean, look at their start. Their start was insane. Their start was absolutely insane. They went first, and they had 6 basics, right? Their bug catching set hit everything. They already got the Kakuna Matata, and then they'll probably play a Lilies here, or they'll Dawn. They'll Dawn for a Dunsparce. They'll the Dunsparce into everything they need, and they'll win. Okay, wait, this is good. This is good. They don't have room. They got a little too swifty. There's no room for a Meowth. See, there's the Dunsparce. As long as they don't get like a Lilies off of this, I'll be fine. Right? I can very much win this game as long as they don't clap my cheeks right now. As much as I like that happening, I do like it when it, happens slowly and over time. There's a Dawn. Oh, God, they got it. I told you. I told you they'd have everything. And this is why I couldn't get the Amulet of Hope, because they can pick and choose which Bergmite they knock out. But I guess the good news is that I just evolve the Avalugg into whichever one they don't go for. I evolve to the whichever one they... Oh, but the 10 damage. I only need 5 energy. I only need... Oh, we can do this. We can so do this. If I get 5 energy, I win the game. I can literally win the game. The 10 damage from Chili, from my Chili Willy, that's going to win us the game here. All right, so I have to go Transceiver for Petrol, Petrol for Pokepad, Pokepad for Avalugg, and then we need 5 energy. Please do not top deck in energy. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God, we got 2 Avalugg. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh wait, is that my only Pokepad? It's not? Okay, so then I think I go get Amulet of Cope. right? Because now I can go and get Pokepad for Avalugg. I can get Amulet of Cope because they essentially have to go for my Avalugg in the they can't even knock it out. They can't knock it out, but I'm going for the Amulet of Cope because this is how I win the game. Alternatively, I can go for Pokepad, but I think actually I have to. I don't want to, but I have to. Okay, the reason I'm doing this makes sense because it thins an extra card out of my deck. Because Amulet of Cope helps me win this game if it goes 5 turns. Pokepad helps me win the game this turn if I hit... Oh, God! We were 1 away. We were 1 away, but the good news is they can't take a knockout this turn. That is another reason why I did that, is they can't take a knockout this turn unless they attach to the Arboliva and retreat. But I'm still in a situation where I can Larry Skill. I can Larry Skill for a Bergmite or a Kyogre. I can get an Energy. I can get a Petrol. But no, that was the right... No, the talking was fine there. It was okay that I could talk. You know, I'm not a... never mind. I was going to say something offensive. I would never do that. I would never do that. This is a family-friendly channel. I would never say something like, come on, suck my butt, Titan 34, with the back-to-back Dawns. I'm going to Dunsparce. I'm going to get 6 basics on turn 1 in a grass deck. Then I'm going to Ultra Ball for the Dunsparce. I'm going to Dunsparce for Forest of Vitality Dawn. Then I'm going to baste you with my Oil Salvo. Yeah, it's family friendly. It's been family friendly since day 1, and that's never going to change. But yeah, I don't care how many Beedrill you have. If I can just... Oh yeah, see, they're not taking a knockout. I am taking the first 2 prizes. The only thing that can cost me this game is if I hit the Amulet of Hope. I'm going to Larry Skill for Petrol and a Bergmite. They think they can win. They can't win. I'm going to Larry Skill for a Petrol and a Bergmite. I think I have to attach the Energy, though. Though I am getting an Energy off of the Larry Skill. So maybe I go Larry Skill for Bergmite, Petrol, Energy. As long as I don't hit the Amulet of Hope. Right? As long as that doesn't happen, I win this game. All right, so Iceberg Breaker. Do not see red or whatever. Did you seriously just give me 5? Did you seriously just give me 5 energy the turn after I needed 5 energy? Okay, that's perfect. And then, of course, I got the Petrol. PB, I would have liked to have done that, but I need to save up the energy for a Beedrill KO. Right? I knew I was knocking out the Arboliva, so now I have to think like 6 steps ahead, and hopefully those steps are on my face, because I have to knock out a Beedrill, and I have to hit 6 energy with an Avalugg, or 16 energy in the discard pile, so of course we hit a Kyogre and my life is over. But now I can Petrol for a Pokepad for the remaining Kyogre if there is one. No, never mind. The Pokepads are all done. Never mind. Pokepads are done. All right, so there's no Lana's Aid. So maybe I can't do anything, and I think I just run out of resources here. Seriously? Seriously, you're doing that to me right now? Oh, we do have a Pokepad! Oh, okay, if I... Oh god, it has to be this. It has to be the Amulet of Hope, and then I have to hope I hit some energy, right? Unless... No, because that's not enough. I could Kyogre. But this is just so tough. I think I have to go for Amulet of Hope and Amulet of Hope that I win. All right, so Amulet of Hope. Please. Please do not hit my basic. Do not hit my Pokemon. No, we hit everything. Maybe I should have not attacked there and just pretended I didn't have energy. Because now I have no Kyogre. I have no Kyogre. There's no recovery in this deck. There is no Kyogre. I think I'm out of Bergmite, too. Yeah, I'm out of Bergmite. So I just lost this game. Oh, we were so close. So maybe a Lana's Aid isn't the worst thing. Yeah, there's no recovery. So but it's just, you're going to hit it, right? It doesn't matter if you play bosses or recovery, you're going to hit it. the sequencing of this game was all out of whack because I couldn't whack off properly. All right, so let's go Avalugg, Mantine, and Larry Skill, I guess. Or no, I get Pokepad. So close, right? So close. Though, if they can't find a Beedrill, right? We're still technically in this game if they can't find a Beedrill. There's the Avalugg. If I just didn't hit the Kyogre, I win the game. It would have been that simple, or if I just had a Lana's Aid or something. So close. You know, maybe I should have benched the Mantine just in case I had Lana's Aid and I forgot about it, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, there we go. And PB, the problem was that I didn't have a knockout. In order to keep pace with them, I needed to take knockouts. Because if I come up short of a Beedrill or if they attacked with our Boliva, they would just, you know, take the lead. So I had to be able to keep pace by taking knockouts, and the way you take knockouts is with Avalugg. So yes, I agree, but at a certain point with this deck, you have to be like, you know, the heart of the cards, right? At some point, you have to be like heart of the cards. You have to be like, you know what, heart of the cards. All right, so we'll cut a Pokepad and we'll go for Lana, just to have a copy of Lana. But I'm not hating the Amulet of Hope, right? It's just slightly different, you know, discards and draws, and we're in it. Okay, we got this. And Lena, I don't know if I saw your message or acknowledge you, but thank you. All right, there's a Bergmite, so I can Petrol. Okay, so we have a decent start. Not the best start. Well, that's the same with Trolley, right? It's the same with Trolley. It's the same with Hyper Aroma. You know, everything is the same with every Avalugg deck that you play. You're just always hoping that you don't mill the wrong things. Well, what was I just saying about Mega Venusaur being a terrible matchup? I don't know if I can win this one. So I think all I can really do is go for Amulet of Hope and then Pokepad for... Because the only way I can knock out a Mega Venusaur is with Kyogre. So maybe what I do is go for the Mantine, put the Mantine into play, hope they knock out the Bergmite, and if for some reason they don't knock out the Bergmite next turn, then I Larry Skill and go for the knockout. So this is why I tell you that going first is good, because if I'd gone first, I wouldn't have been able to find the Amulet of Hope, and I'd be in a much worse position. Okay, that's an interesting retreat. Wait, you retreated? Wait, what? Wait. Oh, because they want to. Oh man, that is the ultimate feels bad, where you have to retreat off your energy to Night Stretcher it back to draw a card. But the reason Mega Venusaur is a problem is because this deck tops out at 360. Did they seriously? Did you seriously Teal Dance into a Lilies? Are you kidding me with that? But the deck, yeah, don't give me Amulet of Hope. I can't believe they just Teal Danced into a Lilies. Or at the very least, they Teal Danced into a Forest of Vitality, but I don't know why you would waste the Night Stretcher if you already have a Lilies. So I imagine they teal danced into a Lily's and they must have a horseshoe up their butt. I also have a horseshoe up my butt, but that was an unrelated accident that For the Win told me would be totally fine and I don't have to worry and just relax and, you know, just take deep breaths and it'd be fine. But if they somehow whiff a KO this turn, I'm screwed. If they whiff a KO this turn, I'm absolutely screwed, but that's fine. We're going to take our time. Did I prize 2 Bergmite? Did I seriously prize 2 Bergmite? Okay, that's cool. Loving that. Yup, okay, well, let's go get a Bergmite, I guess. I will, yeah, we'll put the Bergmite down. What the hell, PDCGL? Okay. Well, let's end turn, shall we? Let's end turn. Because that is insane. But to get back to what I was saying, Mega Venusaur has 380 hit points. I will need 19 energy in the discard pile to knock it out with Kyogre. So using the Amulet of Hope is like my only shot. And I think I go for Team Rocket's Transceiver, Pokepad, and I don't know. Because you want to get the cards that thin out your deck the most. So by getting Transceiver, that gets me a Petrol, so that's 2 cards. If I get a Pokepad... Okay. Interesting. They did just kind of waste a bosses. Right? I think in this situation, I don't Lana's Aid for the thing back. I just go attach to you, end turn. If for some reason, if somehow, some world, they have a second bosses, that's still fine because I can Lana's for the Bergmite and the Mantine back. But these are both of my Bergmite. I don't have any more Bergmite. This is it. Another. So they went Lilies, bosses, Lilies. You're having a bit of a good time over there. The good times are definitely rolling. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. No, kilometers, if they play a tool scrapper, you're banned, but they can't attack with anyone except for their multi-prizers. So as long as I can take a knockout, I don't have to take a knockout this turn. I don't have to take a knockout next turn, but I have to take a knockout the turn after and every turn after that. So it doesn't matter what they got Mega Meganium. Again, that doesn't matter because I can knock that out with a fresh Avalugg. It's the Venusaur that's the problem. So I can Lana's Aid. I can get rid of this guy. I know they're not bossing. Oh, they're not taking a KO? Oh, you think you're so smart. You think you're so smart. Oh, I'm not gonna activate the Amulet of Hope. You think you're so smart. Yeah, that's what I say to that. That's what I say. You're gonna, you know, your name's Miguel Father. You're gonna be calling me daddy by the end of this. All right, well, we're gonna get a Bergmite. Yeah, see, that has happened to me so many times in the past where I outthink myself, where it's like, I don't want to give them Amulet of Hope, so I'm not going to attack because that's the smart thing. No, that's why we got the Lana's Aid. That's why I prematurely evacuated and I made sure to grab the Lana's Aid. So they're in a situation where they need Wally's Compassion. Oh my God! Lily's bosses, Lily's bosses. This is insane. Okay, but this is fine. This is fine. I have a Bergmite. How have they been able to dodge the Amulet of Hope this much? This is insanity. All right, so we go Bergmite. I have to Lana's Aid for, I guess... Oh, I guess I have to go for Kyogre, Bergmite, and Mantine. But what if I hit, like, all of my Avalugg? That's the problem. Is no, because then I can get the thingy thing. So this is fine because I'm gonna keep the Lana's Aid because I can get a Surfing Beach. That's perfect. That was actually perfect. Because now I can get a Surfing Beach. If they use Lana's Aid, or sorry, if they use And Seto's been a mod for 30 months. Thank you for being a loyal fan, Just J Seto. I appreciate you. I like your feet more than the rest of you, but the sum of your parts, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Anti-snowman? No, when you prize 2 Bergmite, you're kind of screwed. But Seto, you're never going to be fired because you keep sending me those videos. You keep sending me those videos about your feet. And this is insane. That they have always had everything they need. And I can't Kyogre. So I am in a very awkward position. Thankfully, they're going to activate the Amulet of Hope, and I only need to take 2 knockouts to win. So this is just further proof that Mega Venusaur is the worst deck ever made. All right, so I go for Transceiver, Pokepad, and then I guess Petrol for Pokepad, because then I can... Yeah, and then Petrol for Pokepad, so that way I have Avalugg, Kyogre, and they can't have another freaking bosses. They can't... I am refusing to believe that they have another boss's orders, okay? That will never happen. That is not... It's going to be an energy. Yeah, it's going to be a stupid energy. All right, so Transceiver for Petrol. And then I think I Petrol for another Transceiver if it's... Oh, no, I Petrol for Pokepad. Forgot about that, because I have to get the Kyogre. Because I have Avalugg, Kyogre in the deck. So Kyogre, come on down. And I think even if they have a third bosses and go for the Kyogre, that's fine, because they won't be using Wally's Compassion. All right, and then I want to attach to this guy because I want more energy in the discard pile. Okay, it doesn't matter. As long as I hit like 2 energy. Oh, okay, we have 1 more Avalugg left. That's good. Okay, as long as they don't go Lily's boss, Lily boss, Wally boss, we're fine. Because that was insane, the sequence they've had. All right, there we go. They just took a huge jungle dump all over me. I got the Kyogre, so I have to go for Bergmite, Avalugg. Right, I go Bergmite, Avalugg, correct? Correct, because I'm going to get a Bergmite off the prizes. Oh, but I have an Avalugg in the deck, and do I have a Pokepad? I don't think I have a Pokepad. So wait, if I go Bergmite, Avalugg, that's game. Yeah, I don't need to worry. So I'm guaranteed to win by doing this. I do have to hit 6 energy off the Avalugg though. But I'm going to be petroling for whatever card is left. We're doing 400 damage. If PDCGL screws me over, that is going to be the greatest moment of my life. All right, so we're taking 3 prizes. Wait, have we not seen their ace spec? Have we not? Oh God, if it's an unfair stamp. If it's an unfair stamp. All right, so I have Transceiver, I have Petrol. I can thin out a couple more cards from the deck. Hopefully. It's going to come down to whether or not I hit 6 energy off of Avalugg when 98% of my deck is energy. Okay, there's perfect. Doesn't matter what you do. I either win or lose. I've played this perfectly. You did 1 turn of stumbling where you didn't take the knockout and you would have won the game, but you're still going to call me daddy by the end of tonight. And yeah, there's all the things. Doesn't matter what they do. They take the knockout with Mr. Magunium. Unless they're going to go for a Mega Venusaur. Oh, no. No, they have it. Oh, God. I did everything right. Everything I did right. And then they just have the retreat. Oh, my God. So, YouTube audience, you have to look at my win-loss rate. You know, this deck is a lot of fun. I know this video was mostly losses, but you've noticed how just close I was. So many games it's been like, oh, as long as they don't have, you know, everything, as long as they don't have everything, I will win this game. But all of my losses, my opponents had everything. But you can definitely see, again, I apologize for all the losses, and I didn't include the wins because the wins were very boring. But if I just had like a Brave Bangle or something, we'd be fine. You know, you can't, this version doesn't have bosses. The Amulet of Hope, there is no perfect ace spec. Trolley, Aroma. But let's see if we would have done it. Also, if I'd bumped their thing. All right, so we have 26 energy. The least you can do, PDCGL, is make this 5 energy. At least make me feel better. Okay, because it's 26 out of 28. Just make me feel better. Let me see an Avalugg or a Surfing Beach. Thank you. Okay, so we wouldn't have won anyway. We would have been one short, so PDCGL would have screwed us over. Even in a deck that has 26 energy out of 28 cards, I still don't hit 100% energy. Either they got disconnected or they were too afraid. Either they disconnected or they got too afraid or they got distracted by their feet. But I just won this game. That counts as a win. That counts as the disconnect glitch counts as a win. And there you go. I'm the #1 Avalugg player. See, I told you that counts as a win. They probably just wanted to be featured in the video, but you were going to be featured anyway. There you go. #1 Avalugg player in the world. And you didn't think I was going to win that game. You should have known. You should have known that PDCGL was going to break. It's not my fault you didn't believe. All right, so let's go to the Obama Snow build for one game. All right, so there's 26 energy, 4 petrol, Surfing Beach and Trolley. Nick? Well, they not... Yes? Technically, I would have lost that game, but, you know, it didn't work in their favor. But I should have lost that game. It's just they got disconnected or they got distracted by their feet, which is totally fine. And Clam Burglar? Where's Clam Burglar? Where's Clam Burglar now? That's what I thought, Clam Burglar. As soon as I beat Mega Venusaur, gone. And Mr. Darkside? Probably. Clam Burglar? Sure. That's almost a joke. That's almost a funny. You almost made a funny. Okay, unplayable starting hand. Fantastic. Glad I went first. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that most of the YouTube video is going to be me losing, but it was pretty close, right? It was pretty close, and, you know, it's good to have a video where you lose a lot, right? Because then people expect you to... They never know what's going to happen. They never know what's going to happen in the future. Well, if I can top deck a Petrol or a Transceiver, we're fine. Slow King again. The variety today of decks is not good. Today's variety of decks has been horrible. It has just been the same 3 or 4 decks on repeat all day. Despite me fluctuating between, you know, the bottoms of the 1400s and the tops of the 1400s. But I think this will be a quick loss, just as, you know, revenge for the last game. Yeah, that's a quick loss right there. Alrighty, let's do this. 1474. That's close enough. All right, we're facing off against Flaccid. And yeah, Espeon, well, I mentioned in the video, it's 3.5 months away. Right? We already know some of the cards, but it's 3.5 months away. You know, Pitch Black is a month and a half away. 30th celebration is 3.5 months away, and then Storm Emeralda is probably not coming out till November unless they do something wacky. And Nick, any 2-prize deck. Okay, this is a terrible start, but I'm going first, so it's not the worst start in the world. See, it's like a rotation. What am I, standard in a March of a year? Because we're on a rotation right now. And Mr. Darkside, you have perfectly summed it up. So yeah, this is, again, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. And I think, fun fact, this might be the list that has the least amount of energy, and I've had the worst start out of all of them. All right, we got another Team Rocket's Mewtwo, because of course, that's all we're facing today, apparently. Let's go Larry's skill issue. Maybe, yeah, I go for Snover, Petrol, Energy. Or do I go for Brock Scouting? No, I think I just go Snover, attach to the Snover, Iceberg Breaker, and then just don't hit anything meaningful. Actually, that was pretty good. Out of all the things that could have happened, that was pretty good. And they do need a full field of Team Rocket's Pokemon to take the knockout. And the Kyogre KO was there. Was it? I guess it was, yeah. I could have gone Larry's because I had the Surfing Beach. But this is the Obama Snow build. I wanna be the, oh my god, okay, this isn't gonna be in the YouTube video. I can stop talking. All right, so there's Petrol for Trolley. Now I'll do it. Now I'll do the thing. All right, and then, yeah, Bergmite, Kyogre. And then Avalugg. Actually, I don't even think I bother. Right? I have everything I need. What's the point? Let's just go attach to the Snover, Iceberg Breaker. Because all I need is 2 energy. Yeah, that's fine. That is totally fine. But this is just, it's been such a weird stream, right? I'm winning a lot of games that are just unplayable, and then I'm losing all the hard-fought games because obviously Avalugg isn't a tier 1 deck. But who was it who bet on 12 wins? Was it just one person? Was it one really cool person? If you have Archer, that's fine. Okay, well, there you go. That's a win. A win's a win. Yeah, there's I was waiting for kilometers to show up. Well, you might win the bet. Yeah, you're the only person. Nobody bet on 10 to 11, by the way. And it's in a roaring. Yep, that's going to be the last 30 minutes. So I probably won't be able to do all 5 games, but I'll still be able... Why am I facing someone over 1,500? That seems unfair. So if I don't win 2 more games, no one's getting any channel points. You shouldn't have doubted. You should have known that these games would go quick. You either lose quick or you win quick. You finish quick with this deck. All right, playable hand. If this was a Bergmite and this was a Snover, that'd be pretty cool, but of course it wasn't. All right, so am I going first or second? I'm going second, not that it really matters because they got all the things. Mr. Darkside, you should know. You should know that I can get him down quickly. All right, so is this a Larry skill turn? Because Larry still gets you a Pokemon. Oh. Maybe this is yeah, Larry's skill turn, I think. And then I just use Mega Obama Snow. Yeah, it happens sometimes, Wax Job. I feel like I don't win this game. Oh, okay, yeah. So I think I have to go Petrol. I was gonna say Petrol for Larry Skill, but we don't got one of those. So in this situation, it's gonna be Petrol for Brock Scouting. I also did prize the thingy thing. But I think in this situation, I have to go Pokepad for another Snover. And then this is kind of why you want to sometimes focus more on the Obama Snow. You know, and I kind of like having one of each. You know, maybe you go to a 3-3 Avalugg, a 2-2 Obama Snow. Oh, they don't think I'm going to take knockouts all day. But the thing with Brock Scouting is that it's, you know, it's versatile. It's got a lot of versatility, which I do enjoy, but it is kind of weak, right? In a world with Badoo, this card is playable. In a world without Badoo, I don't think anyone knows what this card does, right? In a world without Badoo, I don't think anyone knows what this card does. It's really only Badoo that is the reason anyone knows what Brock Scouting does. Because Dragapult kind of was the deck that played it the most because, oh, in the mirror matchup, this is kind of a good card. But I don't... Are they just playing the regular Darkness Box deck? Because that's bad. And I should be focusing on Avalugg instead. Because just a Brute Bonnet can knock out an Avalugg, but I have a secret weapon. Oh, are they... Wait, what are they? Are they going for a Gentle Slap? Are they going for a Gentle Slap? To knock out my Snover? Interesting. And then they'll put 30 on the Snover on the bench. So they're playing this right. Because they're going to be able to... Actually, no, they might not be able to. The Petrol might help them, but they might be slightly screwed. Never mind, they got everything. Yeah, they put the 30 on the bench Snover. And then, yeah, my Obama Snow is not long for this world if they have another Toxtricity. So I'm knocking out this Toxtricity. Oh my goodness. They literally have everything. So I have to go get Obama and then just kind of hope for some good draws here. But yeah, we'll do the draft right after this one. So hold on to your butts. Couldn't have found a playable card. Couldn't have done that. And there you go, Evie. I was waiting for someone. All right, so there's, we're going to do Hammer Lance. I only need to hit 2 energy and somehow we'll fail. All right, that was actually pretty good. So I do have access to Frost Barrier, which isn't really going to help, but maybe it helps slightly. Okay, never mind. We're using Hammer Lance next turn. Unless, yeah, I have to use Hammer Lance next turn, or I could still use Frost Barrier, because that would be 140, and it just maybe makes their life slightly more difficult, but they're just in a situation, wow, they have had everything. But what do you think I'm going to get? So the 4 pre-release promos in Destined Rivals are Typhlosion, Tyranitar, Gyarados, and Mimikyu. Typhlosion is S tier. Tyranitar is C tier. Yeah, there's the Brute Bonnet. Gyarados is D tier, and Mimikyu is F tier. All right, well, yeah, we'll do a draft, and we'll have some fun. But again, I probably won't be able to finish the draft. But we'll and I haven't looked up the set list, because these drafts are only 3 days each. So I won't bother looking up the set list for them, because it's... and they just had the dream start. They just had the absolute dream here. And yeah, that's a KO. So 10 and 8. Hey, going 10 and 8 with Avalugg, not bad. Not bad at all. But I mean, this is also, it's really good to show like 3 out of the 4 games be losses. But it's good because it shows people that I am affable. I am affable. But yeah, I haven't looked at the set list because 3-day drafts, no point. Perfect Order, I mean, it's a smaller set list, so I'll look at that one. And that, remember, if you ever go to a tournament and you're on stream, do that after you win. Do that after you win, and that's acceptable. All right, so build and battle. Still have a free... You got a free play. Come on, Typhlosion. Come on, Typhlosion. Oh, we got the rare candy one. Oh my god, we got the rare candy kit, everybody. We got the rare candy kit. I'm going to screen cap that one. I got the rare candy kit. Oh, that's just what I wanted. That's just what I wanted, was the rare candy kit. So the good news is that it's either Typhlosion or Tyranitar. It's Typhlosion, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, Tyranitar is also in here? Okay, so I'm cutting the Tyranitar immediately. I think I cut the Tyranitar immediately and we just replace it with everything else. All right, so open packs. Let's see what we get. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be the greatest beatdown in history. Okay, well, I don't want any of these cards. I just want things to make Tyranitar better. So Chainlink might actually see play. Heat Rotom, maybe not. Unless I have a bunch of tools. Maybe I just go for Chainlink and stuff. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. Maybe I put Deceit. I think Deceit would actually be pretty good too. With the Murkrow. MC's Hype's going in. Okay, this is kind of bad, but, you know, we did get a Quilava. Okay, we're getting... Okay, oh, that would be hilarious if I put Crustle in there and faced off against someone with an EX deck. Just one more Ethans, please. One more Ethans, that's it. All I need is an Ethans. Damn it. Okay, so I think I cut out the Tyranitar. It's wacky, but I think I cut out the Tyranitar, add the Quilava. There's no tools, right? Yeah, there's no tools. So we go cut out that, add in double Chainlink, add in the Murkrow, the Meowth, and the Sneasel. Cut out the 5 fighting. Go for another Team Rocket's energy, add in that. Actually, what other Team Rocket's things did I have? Was there anything else Team Rockets? I mean, I could put Farticuno in there. But that might be bad. I got Team Rocket's Drowsy, Team Rocket's... do these guys do anything? No, I think this is just what I do. And then I go for MC's Hype. MC's Hype. And yeah, I cut out boom, 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 boom. How many rare candy we got? We only have 1. All right, that's fine. And then what do we got? So maybe I do add a fighting, because if I'm keeping Tyranitar, I may as well just add a fighting and have this as my line. And Clan Burglar, of course not. What are you talking about? Why would you even ask such a question? All right, so this is what I'm going with, okay? This is what we're going with. I got the Sneasel. I got the free retreaters in the Chainlink. These were not good draws, but I immediately took out the Tyranitar. And that's just sort of like a break in case of emergency. Wait, no, we don't want the Meowth. I thought the Meowth was good. The Meowth is not good. The Meowth is bad. The Meowth is terrible. We cut out the Meowth. Meowth is bad. And I think I put another fighting in here because that's what we're doing. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're going to play. I got the best kit. Owen, be careful, Owen. Be careful, Owen. Yeah, we got the rare candy kit. So I think I just win against Gyarados. I'm not sure how we win that one because they hit me for weakness. But if I can just start like a Chainlink, we should be fine. And yeah, you always go first in a pre-release. You always go first in a pre-release. Doesn't matter what you're playing unless it's like a Daunt deck or something. Like, unless you're playing like an EX deck, but you almost always want to go first. And see, this is why you go first. Is because I can just go get a supporter card. Oh, wait, what? Wait, there's no way. All right, let's pop in for a Cyndaquil. We prize the Tyranitar, which is fine. And then I play with my balls, see what we get. It's always good to play with your balls if you can. I can't remember which one's heads. Okay, well, there's a Pupitar. That's fine. And I go Team Rocket's energy on this guy. and then end turn. So I have Quilava for next turn, and then I think I just Torment. But the fact that I only have 2 Ethan's Adventure is kind of unfortunate, but I can just go Ethan's Adventure, and win. Yeah, if you get the Typhlosion kit and you get 1 Ethan's Adventure, just cut out everything that's not Typhlosion. Just everything that's not Typhlosion, remove it from the deck. And they're not here. Fantastic. So yeah, Lacey, oh, there we go. Lacey is great in a pre-release because it's a shuffle draw 8 for 75% of the game. But yeah, Clam Burglar, I keep telling you, 1,000 subs, I'll do whatever you want. Oh, wait, wait, what? They also got the Typhlosion kit. Interesting. And Eevee, you're a terrible person, Eevee. Yeah, the Patrat also shuts off the Ninetales. If you didn't know about that, the Patrat also shuts off the Ninetales, so you can do that. All right, they have a Team Rocket's energy. They're leaking gas, which is fine. I think I just go for Ethan's thingy thing. I attach to the dude. I torment them because I don't need a supporter because I have Bonded by the Journey. We didn't prize an Ethan's. We're totally fine. And then I just go for everybody. I just go for, yeah, Cyndaquil, Typhlosion, all these guys. And then I'm good to go. We get another Ethan's Adventure. Now the question is, how do I win the game? That is going to be the one issue here, is how do I win this game? I can Torment. I can stop them from leaking gas. I mean, it is possible. Oh, right. It's if it's damaged by an attack. Oh, so they have the everyone explode. Wow, they have. There's no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, so there's different kits. This was back in the day. And Leah, you're welcome. This was back in the day when the kits were different. That's what it was. Okay, so kits these days are all predetermined, and every single one is predetermined. Back in the day, you could get the Typhlosion with Weezing, or you could get Typhlosion with Tyranitar. I forgot about that. So I would not have hit into the Coughing if I'd known that. I just thought like, oh, maybe they got 2 Coughing, 1 Weezing. But that's what I forgot, because this was like, what, 2 years ago? A year ago? And Laddie, that's, wait 2 days. Wait, oh no, you said year 1. They're doing year 3, and then year 2, and then perfect order. So yeah, maybe year 1 will be after, but they haven't released the schedule past June 18th. And Leah, did you have to beat off anybody in the parking? Oh, okay, that's bad. But I have a Typhlosion. They also have a Typhlosion. They have an Ethan's Adventure. But we're not knocking each other out. That is very interesting. We are not knocking each other out, which is very strange. Okay, so I have to go for Ethan's Adventure. And then get, yeah. So I attach to the active so I can retreat it. Evolve. Quilava. Buddy Blast. As long as they didn't get the absolute nuts, we're fine. And I don't think there was anything I could do to win. Like, I don't even think Team Rocket's Tyranitar would have helped me out. Though it does do 180. So I think if I'd known about the different kits, I would have prioritized off the Poffin the Larvitar, and then just hoped I'd get the Tyranitar off the prizes. But maybe they prized their second Ethan's Adventure. They did not. All right, so they're doing 160. That's fine. The reason that I did what I did is because Team Rocket Sneasel can do the thingy thing. So if they have a retreat, I can do the thingy thing. Was Victini in the set? Was Victini in Destined Rivals? Victini was in Surging Sparks. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Victini was in Surging Sparks. And yeah, they're going to do 160. I think what I do is I retreat into the Cyndaquil, or no, I retreat into the Quilava, and then combustion, because, is that what I do? But they're ahead, right? They're ahead. But yeah, we go for Lacey and kind of hope here. So that's terrible. Wow, that was horrible. All right, so let's go retreat into Quilava. Go combustion. Even in build and battle format, I still get horrible draws. Even in a build and battle format, I still get nothing. I think the 10 cards in my deck are just all Team Rocket's Pokemon. Okay, so they got their second Typhlosion. They're taking the knockout. But then I will take the knockout with this guy. And then I don't know. And then I don't know what I do. You know, if Changeling did 10 damage, I would have attacked with it, but it doesn't, so I couldn't. And Laddie, I know, right? It's you either get Typhlosion or you lose. It's really weird though that they made it a 3-day event. Right? It's only 3 days for Destined Rivals, 3 days for Twilight Masquerade, then 10 days for Perfect Order. When you look at the trainer trial schedule, there are 3 weeks for all of them. Right? And the ranked ladder is like 9 weeks. It's so weird. Okay, there we go. They're here. They're still playing the game. They got they had a switch. That is not fair. All right, so they definitely won, and they're playing with a youngster. So they won this game. I won't bother counting this in the wins and losses, but it will count in if I win. The wins will count. All right, so I have to do the thing. Gonna MC's hype. That's terrible. MC's hype. That's terrible. And then I go Buddy Blast. All right, so retreat, Buddy Blast. They can't take the knockout. I can't use research. I don't think I have a switch. Yeah, if they had a switch, you think I would have a switch, but I don't think I have a switch. They judge me. Okay, so I can research now if things go well. They did not go well. They went terribly. And they got all 3 Typhlosion. All right, I'll give them a thumbs up. We'll concede this one. I kind of knew going into this one, this was not going to be a good format. And even when I get the good deck, I didn't get the better of the 2 kits. That was the problem, is I thought I got a good kit. I was like, oh, I got Typhlosion. No, there's 2 different versions of Typhlosion, and I got the bad one. And in the Typhlosion versus Typhlosion mirror match, you're kind of screwed. So I still, let's go second. I went first last time, and I extolled about how going second is the correct call. Let's go second and see if maybe I was wrong. Because for Chaos Rising, it made absolute sense. Oh my goodness, going second was absolutely the right call. Lil Frizz, this was always the plan. This was always the plan. They announced the first 4 build and battle events. We don't know what's happening after the 18th, though. So I would assume we're going to get either a patch, like our monthly patch on the 18th, or they're just going to give us more details about stuff. And yeah, the shop bundles aren't very good. There's the one shop bundle that's worth it, just if you like cosmetics like me. It's this guy right here. All right, they got the Zapdos, Jamming Wang, which is fine. Oh, they got a wait. What did they get? Wait, what is their kit? Nest Ball. Oh, they got the Gyarados. Okay, so if they have a Team Rocket's energy, I'm screwed. The Changeling is also about to get bodied here. So I think what I do is I Ethan's Adventure for you. If I have another Ethan's Adventure, I will be fine. Yeah, we got another Ethan's Adventure. And then boom, boom, bazinga. And then, you know what? I'm going to live dangerously because they only have a 3-card hand. Okay, well, that wasn't worth it. That was not worth it. If they have a Team Rocket's energy, I lose. They don't. Okay. I still probably lose, though. Oh, okay, so we're fine. We're fine. They use Jamming Wang. That's perfect. I will Quilava, and then as long as they don't top deck a Team Rocket's energy, we are fine. We are totally fine. I masterfully baited them with the MC's hype, by the way. All right, so Bonded by the Journey. So we'll go Ethan's Adventure just to get more stuff out of the deck. And then Ethan's Adventure for boom, boom, boom. Yup, we're all good. Cyndaquil. And yeah, I'll attach to this guy. Okay, I think even if they do the thing, we're okay. Because they have weakness advantage with the Starmie. So I think if you get the Gyarados kit, just focus on the Starmie, right? Cut out the Gyarados and just try to focus on the Starmie. Because that's how you knock out the Typhlosion. All right, well, okay, that's fine. I was prepared for this. I prepared for trouble. There's another Quilava. Typhlosion. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. I thought I did it wrong. Did the wrong order there. MC's hype for 4. Hoffin for, yeah, sure. Let's get that guy out of the deck. We have everybody. I have a rare candy. We're good to go. As long as they don't top deck a Starmie, we're fine. Oh, there was 4 mini decks. Oh, so it's even worse than that. So as long as they don't top deck a Starmie, I win. Okay, so I win. All right, I'll give them a thumbs up and be like, oh wait, no, if they get the paralysis, if they flip heads on paralysis, I'll give them a smiley face and be like, yeah, I kind of got it now, bro. Yeah, they knew. All right, kilometers, one more win. The stream will not end until I win 3 games, kilometers, for you. For you, I will do it. Okay, I did go second last time. And, okay, so I think in this situation, I go for Deceit. Right? Because this is why I put Murkrow in the deck, was what if I have a bad hand, and this way I can just find a supporter. And I can go MC's hype turn 1, even though it's only a draw 2, but then I have Ethan's Adventure for next turn. That guarantees me a Quilava. And I can also retreat. Oh, and then remember, we don't hit into the coughing unless I have a knockout. That is what we learned. We do not hit into the coughing unless I have what I need. They can hit into me as much as they want. I do not touch the coughing. Ooh, okay, that's even better. So let's go, yeah, Team Rocket's energy. Let's MC's hype first, just in case. Okay, yeah, then I don't even need to go get the Ethan's thingy thing. So I'm going to attach to you, because if I can get a Tyranitar set up, that is how I knock out a Typhlosion. Tyranitar one-shots Typhlosion because it does 180 damage, and I don't think it gets hit in return. What the hell? No! No! Okay, this is fine. I don't think they can knock out a Typhlosion, right? Or a Tyranitar? They can knock out a Typhlosion. I don't think they can knock out a Tyranitar. And we're fine. As long as I didn't prize an Ethan's Adventure, we are fine. Everything is awesome as long as I didn't prize an Ethan's Adventure. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. And then I don't need any energy, so I'll just go for Quilava. I did prize a Typhlosion, but that's okay. And then, yeah, go into you. I think I will... go for the research, right? I go for the research, and then I research away the Ethan's Adventure and everything else in my hand. Seems like a good plan to me. Seems like a great plan to me. Seems like I'm the smartest planner in the world. Because I need a Tyranitar real bad. I need Tyranitar real bad. And Chlamydia, they managed to pull an Ethan's Ho-Oh. So I assume they got the Ethan's Typhlosion kit with the wheezing, and they pulled a Ho-Oh. But I can take the knockout of the coughing. And, oh, the Ho-Oh doesn't knock out Typhlosion. It's 10 damage short. So this worked out perfectly. As long as I don't top deck something good. That's kind of good. I mean, I don't mind doing this because I can go get a Quilava, or I can get a Cyndaquil. And then I just don't get an energy because I'm going to research next turn. So that actually worked out quite well. I'm going to take the first KO. It's not perfect because they're going to be able to find some coughing. But the Ho-Oh is a knockout. If I hit into the Ho-Oh with Buddy Blast, I can clean it up with Sneasel later. Because I do have 2 more Team Rocket's energy somewhere. Oh, this is tough. This is a tough one. But kilometers, crap. That was the one prize I couldn't get. But I was going to say, kilometers, I'm down bad for you. I'm going to get you those wins. Okay, so they got Ethan's Adventure, but that doesn't really help them right now. Unless they have a switch. Because they can't attack with Ho-Oh this turn unless they have a switch. Or no, they can. Because they can accelerate 2 to the Ho-Oh, attach to the coughing, then hard retreat. But it doesn't seem like that's what they're doing. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that I got the Typhlosion off the prizes. Nope, that is what they're doing. All right. So they're going to retreat. I'm going to Buddy Blast them. I have to keep this Typhlosion, so I'm basically just going to hit it in the Buddy Blast, and that's it. And I think what I do is I attach to the Larvitar. Right? If I attach to the Larvitar, that allows me... Okay, that's fine. I guess I do put this down as a pivot, as a Havat. And then we go Butt Blast. Because I don't know what's going to happen off that research. So if you're wondering, why did you add Chain Link when it doesn't really do anything? Well, number 1, if they have a 1-card hand, now they have a 0-card hand. Number 2, it's a free retreater. A free retreater in a pre-release gives you options, especially in a pre-release where you know for most of the fact that they don't have, snipe cards. Right? Again, I didn't look at the list. This is back in the days when they had 182 cards in sets, not, 81 new cards. You think a Chingling is cute? Low Frizz? What? Chingling isn't cute. Next you're going to tell me, oh, Giovanni's? Oh, right, there's Gust with Giovanni's. Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. Well, you could also just naturally pull Giovanni, and, you can bounce between your Chainling and stuff. But if you like Chainling, do you also think Klefki is cute? Press 1 if you think Chainling is cute. Press 2 if you think Klefki is cute. Press 3 if you like it when I don't talk. Thank you, ABJ. Thank you, Owen. Yeah, I kind of knew they'd retreat and take the knockout. But, okay, Khalid, that's not very nice. All right, but they are kind of burning through their energy. Who are they, Trogdor? Trying to burninate the energy here? Okay, as long as they don't top deck a Tyranitar, we're fine. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so if I can get a Pupitar, we'll be fine. Chimicho is cute too. How dare you? All right, so we get the Pupitar. That's good. And then I don't have a switch card, which is a slight problem. But I can actually... I think what I do is I attach to the Typhlosion, and then if I don't get Tyranitar... then maybe we do something. All right, so... I probably should be a little bit more careful here, but being careful is for nerds. Being careful is for nerds, am I right? Okay, so Explosive Ascension. Actually, I think I do use Explosive Ascension because that puts more damage. That puts a lot of pressure. Oh, no, I don't. I forgot. It's fine. It's fine because now I have double Typhlosion. That was an oopsie because I outthunk myself. But that was, I didn't really have a good attack. Right? If they knock out the Pupitar, that's fine because now I'm knocking them out with Typhlosion. So yes, was that a mistake? Yes, but this did soften up the Typhlosion just enough. And if they come up and swing with the Ho-Oh, like if they attach to the Typhlosion, put 2 on the Ho-Oh, then I just knock it out with Typhlosion. So it was a mistake, but it was a good mistake. And DJ, we finished Avalugg, and we're doing a Destined Rivals pre-release. And oh yeah, Broxish is the coolest, cutest Pokemon ever. Thank you, Leah. All right, so see, mission failed successfully. All right, if I top deck a Sneasel, I knock out the Ho-Oh. That's a youngster. Okay, that's actually terrible. Or is that good? Is that good or is that terrible? I mean, no worries for the rest of your days. We got nothing. Fantastic. All right, so I attach to this guy. I retreat, and then we go Buddy Blast. All right, I need the Sneasel. The Sneasel is my win condition. If I don't get the Sneasel, I lose this game. But I can buy myself a turn. An Eternatus, huh? I can buy myself an Eternatus. And Owen, that's very mean. And after I frosted your cupcake. After I frosted your cupcake, Owen. You would just be Owen if it wasn't for me. Who do you think you are? I am. All right, so I think maybe I retreat into the Murkrow, go get whatever supporter is left. Yeah, you'd be Owen Mick. I think I just go for whatever supporter is left and then hope for the Sneasel. Thank you for the rare candy. Thank you so much for that rare candy. What would I do without that? Torment, but they can still retreat. I want to do this the fun way. I want to do this the fun way. I want to get Lacey. Lacey guarantees me game because Lacey is a shuffle draw 8. And I have, oh God, I have 9 cards left. Oh no, I have 9 cards left. Oh no. Okay, so if things go wrong, I can still use Buddy Blast, but then I don't have a switch card. Okay, Lacey. Lacey, please. Lacey, the last card in... all I need is Sneasel, Team Rocket's energy. Every other card can be in the deck. I just need Sneasel, Team Rocket's energy. All of these are dead cards. I can't play any more cards. It is going to be fun. It is going to be a very fun finale here. And see, this is why I put the Sneasel in the deck, is because I knew a situation like this might arise, like chaos in my pants. And again, everything came up Millhouse. The Chain Link for the free retreat, the Sneasel for the snipe game. It's like I've been playing this TCG for a very long time. Oh, okay. You know what? I don't care. We're still doing it. We're still gambling. Oh, I had everything. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought I had 9, but I can't count. Would you look at that? See? 12 wins. You're welcome, kilometers. Because it's 12 plus. So kilometers, you're welcome. Never punished, but probably should be. Well, no, I thought I had 9. I thought I had 9 cards, but I didn't. Yeah, there we go. I find games so much faster. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh my God. Somebody That is the craziest jump scare in PDCGL history. But if you didn't know, that was the build and battle glitch that's been going on where you can get into 2 games at once. PDCGL used to have this problem a long time ago where you'd match up against 2 opponents at the same time and then you'd lose. So when they introduced the first brand new game mode in forever, they reintroduced the glitch where you can get into 2 games at once and the game just kind of freezes. All right, well, that's a YouTube short. PDCGL with the jump scare. Hey, twinsies. 258.30 of the Avalugg stream. Yeah, got it. It's a 3-year anniversary. The problem with shorts is that they're vertical. So I can't really, you won't be able to see that in all of its glory hole. In all of its whole glory, but it should still be fun. Oh, and can anyone guess what the title of the YouTube video is going to be? You know it's going to be a pun, and it'll be a pun that makes even Clamburglar groan. But can you guess what the Avalugg title is going to be? They pulled the, I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. And Mr. Darkside, hilarious. So they pulled the Mimikyu kit, which is unfortunate, but it is a free retreater. But no, it's a pun that would make Clamburglar jealous. So I don't even know if Clamburglar's here. All right, so let's go Deceit, and then I go for Ethan's Adventure. No! No! No way! There is no freaking way. I prized both of, I'm out. We're going to the penultimate game 5. All right, so if I win this game, I get an event token. If you didn't know, if you click the gear here, you get you can forfeit these nuts in your mouth. And also, if you click the matches screen, it shows you a screen from another game. An unexpected server error has occurred. So I have to restart. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to restart the game. I'm going to restart the game because I know you want this. I know you want to see the penultimate game. Actually, no, this is the ultimate game. The penultimate game was the last game. This is the ultimate game. And I can get rid of that win-loss counter, but actually, let's keep it there. You know, I have 12. I think I have 12 wins today. And like 10 losses, but it doesn't matter. And DJ, you got to follow. Are you saying you're not subscribed to me on YouTube? Are you saying you're not subscribed to me on YouTube? You know, tell me you're not subscribed to me without telling me you're not subscribed to me. You just exposed yourself, and not in a good way. Well, this is fantastic. Because of the double game glitch, I got into 2 games and I lost that other one. And then I lost the one that I played because I prized both Ethan's Adventure playing the Typhlosion kit. Because I prized both of these. They're kind of important in the Typhlosion kit to let you do all the things. So that was really cool, is because of the double game glitch, I lost my potential game to get an event token. Because even on its 3rd birthday, PDCGL is still a well-made game. Yeah, no penultimate game. Thank you. Thank you. And that's the end of the stream because PDCGL is so cool like that. All right, so I don't think I'll have time on Saturday. Thank you. Yeah, you get the error because you get mashed into 2 games because PDCGL is well made. Yeah, because I already played 5. All right, so yeah, it'll be Metagross, but... And DJ Dog Stamps, we can watch the VOD. I'll upload the video tomorrow. Don't you worry. All right, so same category. Azul Gaga is there. So we will raid Azul, and I will see you all. Fun fact, Azul's name is a hint for the title of the stream, or for the title of the YouTube video. The title of the YouTube video is, you can't spell Avalugg with... Oh, that's the raid message. Because that's going to be the YouTube title. You can't spell Avalugg without GG. That's the raid message. I'll see you all on Saturday.